Once upon a time, there was a war. The war to end all wars. Years and years of blood and slaughter ended millions of lives. It's fitting that from this horror was birthed an even greater horror. Within the heart of the Empire of the Black Sun, a fire began to burn. A fire that could not be extinguished. A fire known only as the Blight. The blight spread through the Empire, consuming everything. It did not stop when the Empire burned. It continued until the entire world was covered in flames. But, before the blight could take them, 13 cities rose from the earth into the heavens, bringing with them the last remnants of sentient life. The 13 cities sat in the skies, high above the clouds, far from the blight. It's been 200 years since the war to end all wars. Since then, 7 cities have been destroyed. The people of the sky do not know this, but by the end of this year, 3 more cities will crash from the heavens. The end of an era is coming. The question is, what comes after the end? And then we see 2 words floating in the clouds, and they're the title for this campaign, and they say, Falling Skies. Dun dun dun.
Damn, I thought it was gonna be The Simpsons.
Falling skies. Yeah, that's how it begins. The falling skies.
Do a hard zoom cut into the ship.
Yep, hard zoom cut into the ship. And on mine, for like half a frame, you could see the thing that is blocked out that you shouldn't be able to see, and that's
This
fine.
map is so big.
Don't worry about in the corner the big black rectangle. There's nothing there.
We're
you don't
only
have
in
to
the bottom
worry
right.
about it.
Why do I have an aura?
Why do you have?
I think
an
that's just the
aura?
Aura
background.
farming.
Oh, that's
just the
rock.
background.
Oh yeah. No, I just radiate insane.
I think it's like
He's the Jin of this campaign.
I think it's like paint on the floor is what it's supposed to be or something like that.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Making maps and stuff in the room.
Was too zoomed out to see that there's like gaps in it.
Yeah. Our metaphorical camera pans over the clouds until it comes across a small airship flying through the sky. The most notable thing about this ship is its large, curved wings, which make it vaguely resemble a massive moth. This is the Luna Eclipse, ship of Captain Caliara Bardot. We see Captain Bardot sitting in the cockpit, staring out the window as the ship approaches port. The camera pulls up and we see the other members of the crew. Quartermaster Arch going over a ship manifest in his office, Navigator Myrna Callistra using the telescope up on the castle deck, Ship Surgeon Atlas Reverie saying a prayer before sitting down for a meal, and Shipwright Jasper Emmerich ready to untie the items in the cargo hold once the ship lands. And at this moment, as your ship is flying... By the way, the ship isn't literally 3 pieces. Those are showing the different levels of the ship while you're on it. Physically, the ship is right here. Physically, the ship is the left one. And the wings aren't there because the wings are very fucking big and you can't walk on them before you ask. They do a vertical thing. But anyway, as our camera introduces our ship, why don't we go around and we get introduced to all of our characters. Let's start, I guess, in the order. I do have the ship. You guys have an order on, like, the map in what order you join the crew. I guess let's start with Captain Bardot.
My name is Caliara Bardot, and I am the captain of the Luna Express. I am...
Not the fucking name.
What?
Wait, isn't it the Luna Eclipse?
What is... Yeah.
You're the one who named it.
I know, and I keep mixing it up with the fucking Luna Express, because that was, like, the other name that I wanted. Okay. It was between those two, but yeah. I am 23 years old, and I have been sailing for roughly 5 years. This is my first time being the captain of a ship. However, I'm more than a competent captain. I believe I run the ship very fairly. There are rules, yes, but so long as you withhold them, I see no reason to punish those that make a pattern of breaking rules, though. I am not so kind. I walk around with a mask on my face. I haven't fully elaborated to most of you as to why, but I'm good friends with Arch, who is the oldest, uh, or the longest running member of the crew besides me. And I have a pet crow named, what the fuck is its
Jules, I believe
name?
you said
I
it.
love that
I
name.
like to think that's
Yeah.
also part of the inner
Was it like,
dialogue.
was it like
No.
knocked something?
No, it's my crow's name is Arnaud.
Oh my god, it's French.
Callie is French.
Oh my god, they're French.
Yeah.
Oh my
We're
god.
doomed.
Chaotic evil.
No, just chaotic.
France is
The
lawful
French aren't
evil.
chaotic evil. Not the civilians of France. I don't think that burning all of your speeding cameras is fucking chaotic or
Fair enough.
lawful.
Fair enough. Is Callie the cool type of French?
Yes.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
You peeked for a second. New computer.
Yeah. I have a pet crow named Arnaud, and yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, I guess I don't imagine most of you have tried, but I am rather hesitant to share details about my past and about me in general. But yeah, that's Callie.
Okay, next up, if we're going in crew order, would be second to join would be Arch. No last name, right?
No last name.
Hmm.
Never deserved one. Right. I'm Arch. I've only been on the ship for a couple of months along with Callie. I was always a businessman. Grew up on Glimmer, Shimmer, whatever I keep mixing them up. Helped out some merchants there and had to leave, and now I'm enjoying the life we're on. Since I've been here, I've been managing the ship's money and resources, and we're kind of the others whenever Callie's just too busy and focused. I'm only 3'4" as I am, and walking, talking other person, but I get the job done, and well, if everyone else is able to do their jobs and not waste money, I can be happy.
I do like how the two senior members of the crew, we're like going around introducing, and they're both like, don't cause problems. I mean, they're the...
Well, Arch is just like, stop spending money.
Yeah, at the start of
Callie
the
just
campaign, you guys are
Doesn't
broke. Don't
tolerate
spend money.
rule breaking.
Callie
go
is
with-
doing with her pets. She keeps spending too much money on food for her pets and toys.
I don't even.
I try to tell her to stop. She won't fucking listen. I don't know where she keeps taking the money from. I turn away, and it's
I
gone.
only have my pet crow, and it doesn't even need to eat because it's
For whatever
magic.
reason, she keeps feeding that fucking crow, even though it doesn't need to eat.
It gets fatter.
Yeah, that's very Callie actually.
Where does it? Where does?
Although
like, the
I
food go
imagine
then?
we get most of our food from my good berry.
Where the food goes, it goes back into storage. It's not wasted, but it's wasted because no one else wants to eat it because it's bird food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy
That's
actual
where
food
I
for the
come
crow and
in.
give everyone else good berries.
Oh my god.
For the raven, excuse me.
So we move up to the castle deck, the top deck, where Myrna, our navigator, is. Let's introduce Myrna. Monty.
Yeah, so my name's Miana Klistra. I think I'm one of the more recent members of the crew. I've been here coming up months now. They picked me up in Disco City for radio work and general navigation. I guess they've had one too many run-ins with other ships crashing right into them. I wish I could have seen it, but I'm just too good at my job to let that happen. That being said, even though I'm good at navigation, it doesn't mean I won't steer people into trouble every now and then. But yeah, seeing my concertina, just tuned into my radio I keep on me. I don't think I missed anything, did I?
I don't.
What station are you
I'm
listening
fucking
to?
rolled.
to?
I'm actually listening to a bit of a upbeat pop rock. Older songs though, not the newest
Yes,
stuff.
the Galaxy News Radio, with Four Dog.
Is Myrna a hipster?
See if I can actually patch it through to the ship's comms.
Dancing Queen. You posted Dancing Queen in the Discord.
Yeah.
There you go. The first requested song.
Amazing.
Oh, I did forget something about Callie.
hmm
If you're done, Monty.
No, that's about it. New recruits with not many questions about my life outside of Radio City. Disco City, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna keep saying that.
Yeah,
Same
I
difference.
have personally, in like discussing this campaign, I can never remember if it's Disco City or Disco Town. It's City. City is what's written on the map, not Radio City, not Disco Town. Oh, but if it's Radio City, we can have a music hall.
You can't if it's disco.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Wait, no. Disco gives a pun for another future arc. So let's go disco.
I am very sick. I've never quite elaborated to any of you what ails me, and it's never really affected my role as captain. However, occasionally I have bouts of where this sickness flares up and I get extremely lightheaded. My vision blurs. I hear ringing in my ears and sometimes even begin to cough blood. They aren't super frequent, but they are quite, well, they're difficult to hide when they happen.
Now on to our ship surgeon, Atlas Reverie.
Hello, I'm Atlas. I joined the crew about 2-ish weeks ago, and on top of being the ship's surgeon, I regularly cook for the crew, and I handle the rodent problem. You will not be seeing any rats on the ship.
Flying sky rats.
But this is
Um,
apocalyptic. Those are the last living rats. You extincted the rats.
I'm eating them.
No. I
Um,
do like that we need to introduce my character quickly. He eats rats, that's the first thing.
It's important. Okay, like actually though, when I was talking to Crow about like what Atlas is like, that is one of the first things they said. That is a very core part of Atlas's existence.
Yeah, you know,
Yes,
religion, nah. Eats rats.
Alice is Yuan T.
listen. My boy is, nicely devout to the maiden. The maiden of the hearth. Woohoo, religion. No, food's like a big thing for him culturally, and being a Yanti, he can unhinge his jaw so he can eat things whole. And since the Yanti are snake people, I believe that Yanti should have a snake-like diet, and that includes eating rodents. So I'm going to eat the rats, and that's all there is to it. Let's see, any other things about Ash is 40-something? I don't remember what exact number I put. Things you know about him is he comes from a religious background. He was raised in a temple, and he prefers listening to people instead of talking to them. And he is currently trying to raise a sentient shrub in his quarters, and ideally it's supposed to be a medicinal shrub. We will find out what happens with the shrub at some point, hopefully.
Gonna fucking explode.
If it explodes,
weed.
it'd be worth it. Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is he would have told you all that he joined the ship because he's interested in exploring the maelstroms.
I believe with you joining the ship is when we were like, well, doctor, now we can explore the maelstroms a little bit safer, so actually a reason to go. That's when we started to be like, that's an option now.
My name is Jasper Emmerich. I hail. We are there yet. My name is Jasper Emmerich. I hail from the fallen city of Oakdon, but joined this crew a few months ago back at the Ironworks. They were looking for a shipwright, I suppose. I'm only down in the cargo bay because Art kept nagging me about how time is money and we needed to be prepared right away when we got to the city. I don't ask many questions. I don't answer many questions either. I'm here to get to the Citadel, although my captain said it's a bit complicated. But I suppose we'll see where this ship takes me. I am currently of 38 years age. I'm about 5'8", and I'm really, really strong.
I will say Arch also has a bad habit. If you don't say no flat out or like fully restrict them, you will randomly have an otter on your shoulders looking around. Just in general.
Love that for
everybody.
him.
Real.
Yeah.
Agree.
That's it.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's it.
That's all of
That's
us.
cool.
All
Yep,
five.
that's all of us.
Yeah, all 5 members of our crew.
Yep, all 5. Just these 5. No one else. Don't look at the names at the bottom. Don't look at the number of people in the Discord call.
Also, oh wait, another thing I guess I'd say about Callie is she does not like people going into her captain's quarters. Arch can go in there occasionally, but that's it.
Myrna is the first one to see their destination, a floating city sitting just above the clouds. The city's center is a couple miles of floating rock, but over the years, metal floors and pieces of scaffolding have expanded the city to house its growing population. Sitting in the city's center is a massive radio tower, the largest in the entire sky. This is Disco City. It's the central hub for both shipping and culture in the sky. Bardot takes the Eclipse in, landing it at Disco City's docks. As she does, she hears the voice over the radio. And at this point, I would like one of you to roll a D200. Just type /roll D200, and because Jordan's the one who's flying, Jordan gets to roll this. D200. Who's throwing fucking fireworks around? Stop throwing fireworks around.
58. Yeah, that's the exact roll where rocks fall on her head and everyone dies.
Yeah, 58's fine. 58's fine. Let me just adjust the map as you arrive in Disco City. This is Disco City. You've arrived in Disco City. You're now in Disco City. Oh, good. Oh, good. So the reason, Jordan, I had you roll a D200 is because I have a list of 200 dumb names that were taken from a YouTube channel. And for minor NPCs, they get named after the dumb names. And what you rolled is 58 Clam Slam.
That's awesome. Oh, this is about to become a major NPC, by the way.
I'm gonna make it. You're gonna be so fucking sad when Clam Slam dies. It's gonna be so goddamn sad. But anyway,
We'll give him a Viking funeral.
as Captain Bardot takes the Eclipse in, landing it at Disco City's docks, she hears the voice over the radio. This is DJ Clam Slam, bringing you the news you need and the info you crave. It's a sunny morning here in Disco City with a light wind coming in from the northeast. Our top story this morning, a maelstrom has been detected in the southwest, just south of the Southern Cloud Outpost. Readings say it'll be about 4 days before it opens up. Any ships heading through that quadrant should stay alert because, as we all know, the bugs tend to get real angry around the time maelstroms pop open. And Myrna turns the radio off as the ship docks at the city. Callie and Arch go get paid for the latest mission, while the other 3 start unloading crates, getting the ship ready. As you guys are arriving at Disco City, another ship called the Shop Around the Corner takes off. The shop is a wealthy merchant vessel, resembling a wooden sailboat, and we see, standing on its brig, the Shop Around the Corner's captain, Nikolai Vardoz, standing at the helm. And Akash, introduce your character.
Alrighty. Nikolai Vardis is a human, about 6 foot tall, mid-50s, kind of rotund, in his middle age. He's a little bit darker, has green eyes, mid-length, kind of like salt and pepper hair and beard. has some rings and nose rings and so forth. And basically, he seems very relaxed where he is right now. He gives off a sort of calm and relaxed and just like chill vibe. He has an easy smile about him. Right now he's wearing like a deep cut kind of billowy white shirt, red sash, some charcoal gray pants, and black leather boots with a dark purple coat over that. And he has a rapier on his side and then a dagger on his left side. And right now, he is fully content and he's having a good time.
That's such a good way to introduce a character. He's happy right now. Things are going well for him. Things aren't bad for this guy at this current moment. Hopefully nothing bad happens by the end of the session.
No.
Such ominous foreshadowing.
Yeah. And by the way, there are other people on the shop around the corner as well. They don't get names. I'm gonna be real with you. Their names aren't gonna be important because they're not gonna be around for very long. That's a slight spoiler, but
What?
they don't even have tokens at the moment, and they're not being shown on the map. What do you think? The point is, the shop around the corner flies away towards its next port. As Atlas, Myrna, and Jasper are unloading the cargo, Jasper, you bump into a man wearing a black and red military uniform with a golden eagle over the chest. His face is covered by this metal mask. He's wearing a Piccolab, one of those German World War I helmets with the spikes, and he has a rapier at his side. He's Char. This man is Char from Gundam, an anime I have not seen, but that's what I'm using for the token. Anyway, Jasper, this guy bumps into you and shouts at you to watch what you're doing.
You're the one who ran into me, pal.
Huh. Excuse me, I'm not the
eyes?
I'm not the type to walk into people. By the way, you'll notice that on the battle map, there's just a fucking corpse here. That is not literally there. There is not literally a random corpse in the corner. Or maybe there is, but don't worry about it. But this guy, he's like angry. He's like, he puts his hand on his rapier and he looks you in the eye, Jasper, and he's like, "Do you know who I am?"
You're not anybody I can't cut down.
How dare you? I am! Alex, roll me a
So
D.
I suggest you get your hand off your blade.
How dare you? I am! And Alex, at this point, you roll a D200. You... 12. He is... Oh god, that's such a stupid fucking name. I am Deceptor, the best pilot from Fort Windhaupt, and I would like some respect from you, random man.
Well, you aren't getting any Deceptor. Is that a fake name you're using?
No, it's my real name. My parents named it. They named my sister Honesty. Maybe they loved her more than me, but the point is, I am very angry at how I am being treated by you right now. I am so angry that I'm going to have my men come over to back me up and kind of try and intimidate you with force. And as all of Captain Deceptor's men are walking away to go fight with Jasper because Deceptor's bit fucking high-strung, our metaphorical camera just sort of floats over into Deceptor's Zeppelin, and we see in its cargo hold this silver metal crate which has been chained shut, and we see the box shake as the creature inside tries to break free. Nikki, could I get an athletics roll for MMX?
Okay.
Are you
What if
raging in the box?
MMX never breaks out and just flies away on the shop?
Well, I'm hoping that the barbarian gets
it's
a good...
23.
Okay, so what our camera sees is this metal crate sitting in this cargo hold. It's shaking, and then we see just this fuzzy paw punch the lid off, just tear through the chains, and out crawls... Well, what does crawl out?
Wait, I don't have fur. I'm scaly.
You're covered in skin.
Scales.
Oh god, are you a fucking...
Dude.
Are you a Bingus? You said cat, but you're covered... You don't have fur? I need to get you a better token then. But the point is...
Well,
It's cat-shaped in appearance.
it's a
but-
cat chameleon hybrid.
Ooh.
So, like, it's like kind of cat shaped, except for the face is like a mix between a cat and a chameleon.
So we've got MMX, what's those numbers?
And then
MMX
scales
4268. This cat chameleon hybrid that just broke out of this crate in the cargo hold of Deceptor's ship. What is this little guy gonna do, Nikki?
So I can't do an in-character introduction because you can't speak.
To be fair, that was kind of like internal.
Just making noises.
That was kind of internal monologue, those introductions, because I don't think Callie was out loud describing, I don't like people being in my ship.
Meows. He makes like, you know, like the chameleon from Tangled, like that's how he
lights up.
speaks. Like weird size of like Simba from The Lion King, I guess. When Simba was still a baby. He is a puma / chameleon hybrid creature. Currently he is like completely black from head to toe. Scaly. He has like little crests on his head like a chameleon. And a like curly prehensile tail. But generally the body shape of a like big cat cub. And yeah, he's very angry right now. Probably is showing his teeth. He probably looks really pissed right now. So don't want to mess with him. He's small but mighty. I'd like to roll to eat some gold.
Okay, can you digest gold? Like, I know you're like
Honestly,
an
the
experiment,
best way
but
to start the campaign, eating
Can
a
you-
bunch of rocks.
can MMX even digest gold?
I don't know.
Okay, so this will be a few rolls. First, give me stealth to get to the gold without being noticed.
I mean, that's easy. While he's like being all angry and like his like the veils on his head are puffed out and everyone's distracted by him bursting out of the cage, he would use his little prehensile tail to try to pickpocket.
I mean, how I imagine it right now, you're in the cargo hold and no one's watching you because they went to go yell at Jasper. I don't think they just keep a pile of gold next to your cage in the cargo hold, do they?
I don't know.
Tell you what, I'll say you
But
can go up
if
to...
I burst out, I will immediately begin pilfering through things to eat them.
Give me an investigation roll and that will determine what you get to eat.
Can I have shiny stuff?
So
I
with-
rolled a 15.
With a 15, I'm going to say maybe not gold, but you see that Deceptor, the guy who's been keeping you captive, has like hanging in the cargo hold like this photo of him shaking hands with like the general that appointed him, and it's just sitting there on the wall. Can you digest photos? Who's to say? Can you survive eating glass without taking damage? Again, who's to say? But framed photo that's very important to your boss that he, for some fucking reason, has in the cargo hold.
Yeah, I'll eat it. Fuck it.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, because you're eating glass.
I got a 17. I actually have a pretty good plus to Constitution. I have advantage on them, so not advantage, but I'm
Good.
proficient in them.
You managed to eat glass without taking damage, and now, I mean, you can eat anything. You're just a walking ball of eating things. But I feel like now that you have broken out, now that you have eaten something that the Scepter found valuable, now would be a time, and I don't mean to dictate your actions, but now it'd be cool if you managed to find a way to get from this ship all the way over to the party ship without anyone noticing, because that's the premise of your character that you stowed away.
Can I burp up a piece of the photo? Specifically, I want to burp up just like a little snippet of the two hands shaking portion of the photo on the ground. Yeah, I want to with my crime, basically.
Okay, so you burp up a tiny fragment of the photo. Is this just for spite, or does it factor into you managing to get over to the ship?
He did have to burp because he ate really fast and swallowed a lot of air, and just like that piece of photo came out with it. And then, so okay, are there like windows of the ship? What's going on here?
I'd say
I'm
little.
in the cargo hold.
I would imagine that the little bottom bit would have windows, like the little cab on the bottom. You could probably sneak up to a window and peek out.
Yeah, MMX is probably going to like stealthily approach the nearest window and then break it open if I can, or just open it.
Okay, give me a stealth roll as you do that.
Ooh, 18.
Okay, so you manage to sneak out onto the docks without Deceptor noticing you. You're now on the docks. And we cut back to Jasper arguing with Deceptor. The rest of the party's walked up.
Get out of there.
Yeah. And I feel like Deceptor's gonna be like, huh, you're beneath my station. You're not even worth the effort of fighting with Mr. whatever it is your name because you didn't say it. I'm going to go back to my boat now.
Okay. How are the boats, like, docked? Like, do they need to be anchored, or because they're flying, like, they can just be parked like a car?
I'm not... That's a good point, because I feel like hovering would take fuel. I'm going to make a call. The ships are just floating. Magnets. I like magnets. That's a good suggestion. So yeah, the Eclipse is magnetically held in place from above right now.
I'm assuming, like, since it's a ship, there's like a plank that you walk.
Yeah, how I have the ship right now is the back
in and out of the ship.
By the way, I
don't think MMX would go that route because it's too obvious.
I do, from the map, from the like 3-dimensional pictures of the ship, there is like a door by the captain's quarters if you could crawl onto the ship.
Like, how far? Do you think he could jump? I have a 20 in strength.
I don't know if you could jump all the way up, but I do think you could probably jump from the docks onto the ship and then climb up onto the ship.
What are the basically like running start, leap onto the side of the ship and then climb up and get in somehow?
Well,
it's 2 times your strength modifier for a long jump.
I think it depends.
Modifiers your strength 4.
Does it? Okay, because if I running start,
when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet equal to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
Is that enough for me to latch onto the side of the ship?
I think this will be a roll for it, but I think it shouldn't be a tough roll, especially because you're such a strong little guy.
All right, so I just roll athletics or acrobatics.
Are you doing like just pure strength, or are you doing like flips and shit?
He's just jumping for it.
Make that strength roll.
I got a nat 20.
So we resume from our terrible, terrible tech issues that knocked us out for a whole week. 20 minutes into the stupid fucking first session. We resume to that mid-jump from MMX getting this nat fucking 20, just big fucking jump all the way up, land off-screen on the castle deck, which isn't on the map right now. Just big fucking cat legs, jump hard, land on top of the ship. What is step 2 of this plan?
Immediately, like, go. Like, to the lowest level. Yeah, eat more glass, of course. But he's gonna find, he's gonna find, like, a cold corner, like, a cold, dark corner somewhere at, like, the lowest level of the ship that looks like, you know, there's lots of cobwebs, no one goes here, and he's gonna camp out there.
Could you give me a stealth roll just to see if this goes?
My raw roll was a 15. My stealth modifier, I think, is a 2, so 17.
17's good. 17, I feel like you just hide under one of the beds in the ship if you want, like, a cold, dark place.
Ideally, like, it looks like no one goes there.
Whose bed would it be, I wonder? Because captain quarters are on the 2nd floor. Who gets their bed stolen? Any volunteers?
That's one of the grunts.
Let me get a die, then, to roll for the grunts. Oh no, you have stolen Atlas's bed. There are probably a bunch of, like, mice skeletons underneath.
Yeah, there are. There's bones under there.
Not anymore, there's not. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. I think you mean snacks for MMX are under there.
They're
Atlas's room looks so clean now.
And you,
What are
like,
you getting
dogs
from
eat
them?
bones too.
Calcium. Also, there could be. I mean, it's if they're old bones, there's no marrow or anything, but it's a good source of calcium. MMX has to grow up to be big and strong. Okay.
Okay, so you're eating Atlas's bone collection.
Also,
that's nice.
I mean, some dogs just chew for the love of it. I mean, like, I could ask that question about my dog when he was a puppy, and he would eat fucking wood tables. Like, what does he get out of that? Nothing. He just likes chewing.
It's just the love of the game.
Exactly. Also,
The love of the game.
I think
animals, like when they're young, like to chew a lot when they're teething because I think it helps with the pain.
It does.
What? MMX is teething. Holy shit.
Oh no, don't establish that. The Archie and Callie are gonna hate you because you're gonna eat the boat and then you're gonna get thrown overboard. You haven't endeared them to you yet.
Okay, don't
It's
eat
okay.
the fucking boat.
Oh, wait, it's not
Weird-
okay. Fucking
Weird-
MMX is fucking
weird
20
fireworks
strength.
show up on the boat. Like,
We don't-
guys.
We don't have anything fucking strong enough for them to chew on other than straight metal.
So scrolling back up to the grunts real quick, I think we might have got our audio corrupted for that, but like Jasper just didn't take Deceptor's bait and was like, I don't want to piss off Arch, I'm just gonna do my job, and just ignored him, and Deceptor's gonna storm back to his boat and probably realize, hey, my precious photograph of me getting a handshake with the commander, someone ate it and then vomited it up. But he's doing that. Do Atlas, Jasper, or Myrna have anything they want to do in like the time they're docked at the ship before their bosses come back?
Is there somewhere to gamble?
Yeah.
I will say it's like a hot dog cart, but it just has a roulette wheel on it, and it's just sitting like 20 feet away, like hot dog cart roulette, hot dog cart roulette. We do gambling here. If you want to gamble all your money, do you even have money? It's the start of the campaign. You don't have much.
Such a missed opportunity for a blackjack table called the card cart.
Okay, that's a good name, but roulette wheel is funnier.
I mean,
okay, does Jasper want to go up to this hot dog cart?
Atlas, hold my crate.
Oh,
There's the hot
this
dog
is why we're broke, by the way.
One of the many reasons.
We could be profitable, but apparently our ship is full of gambling addicts.
Well, that's every D&D party. Okay, so Jasper, you go up to the hot dog cart roulette wheel thing to gamble because it's in view of the ship. Here's how this is going to go. I'm going to type out roll d20 and you roll a d20, and if they match, you get 20 times your money. If they don't match, you lose your money because it's a roulette wheel.
I'll put on 15 gold.
15 gold. Okay,
Wait.
roll a d20.
Hear me out, though. What if
Boom.
both of them are even / both of them are odd? Like you call... Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
That's the perfect thing, because what we rolled were a 16 and a 17. So Jasper's like, I'll put all my money on the roulette wheel, and it spins around, and it spins around, and it spins around, and then it's going to land on 16, it's going to land on 17. So you're down 15 gold. Any other money you want to waste?
I'll put on 10 more.
Okay, but hear me out. What if like you call
Okay,
even
round
odd,
two.
You
and then
should.
if it's like,
You should.
and that's like imitating if you call red or black.
You
All
want to
right.
bet even or odd, or do you want to go specific number again?
I'll give evens a second chance. Yes! Not
Ooh, it's a
20.
nat 20, and that doesn't fucking matter because it landed on a 5. Jasper is now down 25. Do Atlas or Myrna give a shit about the fact that Jasper is clearly addicted to gambling?
I think Marina's just gonna comment. I don't know if it's the fact that it's a hot dog cart he's playing on, but I think he's losing money twice as fast than if we were at the casino.
I think it's because it's a hot dog cart and he's not even winning a hot dog.
I think Atlas wouldn't care because gambling is a disease that Atlas cannot cure.
Hey guys, it was a ripoff. They didn't even have any hot dogs.
Oh, right. Going back to what Jordan said a second ago, I do like that. Don't care because you can't cure it. It's like your doctor sees your chart. You have brain cancer. Well, I can't cure that.
I mean, that's pretty much what happens.
Jesus.
Okay.
Jasper,
Atlas,
did
go
you
ahead.
even ask if there was a hot dog?
No, but it was a hot dog stand. So why wouldn't they have hot dogs?
You just look
I'm
over your
pretty
shoulder.
sure they have hot dogs.
You just look over your shoulder, and one of the Fort Windhelm guys just got the jackpot, which is a big orb full of hot dogs, and he's just walking back to his ship. He won, you didn't.
Probably their hot dog stand.
Yeah, but he got paid in hot dogs.
Hey, it wins a win.
He's still losing money.
But he won hot dogs. Food is money.
I'm going to go
Right?
to the hot stand.
We're gonna have
Be
like
fair.
session 2. We have an intervention.
Okay, so I see Atlas walking up to the hot dog cart on the map. What do you want, Atlas? You want gambling or hot dogs? Because this guy sells
I want
both.
hot dogs. Sir, can I
Okay.
please buy a hot dog?
Sure, that'll be 1 gold.
Okay, here you go. Thank you.
He hands you a hot dog. It's very nice. Well, it's not nice, but I mean, it's a hot dog.
It's a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's hot and it's a dog. Therefore, it's.
It is not a dog.
Well, how do you know that?
I'm going to come back to Jasper and I'm going to hold it out to him.
Oh, you won.
I purchased it.
Are you gonna eat it?
I got this for you.
Oh, sweet, thanks.
You're welcome. Please refrain from gambling your money away when you can just buy the hot dog.
No, I'll try. It's just so fun.
I love Jasper so much already. He is awesome.
Thank you.
So that's what the crew of the Luna Eclipse is doing when they're supposed to be working. We now scroll down to the bottom right of the map, which isn't literally located here. It's located like in the middle of the city. But this is where Arch and Callie are. They're at the office of this man. He's a skeleton wearing a pinstripe suit and a fedora. You would know him. You've worked with him before. His name is Boney Michael, and he runs the job board. He works as an intermediary for freelancers like you. He helps you get in contact with jobs to do for money, is his role in the campaign. And so you're sitting in Boney Michael's office, and he says, "My friends, can I be honest with you? You are not doing very well financially. I say this as a friend. You know, that last shipment you brought in, it paid enough for a quarter tank of fuel and a little more. Now, this is enough for another flight between cities and back, which will keep you breaking even, but it isn't sustainable. Eventually, your ship will need extensive repairs, or one of your crew will be injured, and it will cost more to keep flying, and that's when everything comes crashing down."
Well, we are doing more business. I mean, if you happen to have any new contracts or needs to help us out, as you know.
I have a few contracts with you that are potentially very valuable. First off, the monks at the Southern Cloud Outpost need a shipment of supplies from Cyrenus. That job will pay a few thousand, enough to keep you flying. But if you're feeling lucky, I have a better job.
And what is this better job?
You see, according to news I have received, there is a maelstrom forming right next to the outpost. Your previous crew attempted to conquer a maelstrom, yes, Captain Bardos? You know what this is. You know, that was before, well, that unfortunate incident with you. Of course, that was more due to the swarm than anything else. The point is, maelstroms are terrible, terrible, dangerous places that threats around every corner, but so does wealth. If you can make it through a maelstrom and bring back the orichalcum found inside, you'll be able to keep afloat for months. That is what I am offering you. A job conquering maelstroms, which will pay highly, but be very dangerous.
We did recently recruit a medic, so we have been discussing such adventures. I guess we should, we'll think on it, the two offers, and come back to you once we've talked with the crew. We're a small group, so it's probably good to get everyone's opinions and thoughts. Thank you for giving us this last job, though.
And you can take multiple jobs at once as a game mechanic. You can also do the delivery job in addition.
But feel free to hire us again if you need to.
Of course. But yes, talk to your crew. I'm sure you will make the right decision.
Of course.
Good, and I'll just move you on the map back up to the others to talk. There is still an MMX hiding in your ship, and
There's two arches. Oh no!
Where'd the second arch come from? Killed with fire. Which one's the real one?
The one on the right's the real one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's dead.
The first, for whatever reason, every time you drag out my character, I don't have control of it.
That's weird as shit, but I have killed the fake one. I've killed the imposter. You walk back to talk with your crew. Don't stand on top of each other.
I'm on top of Callie's shoulders. I'm always on top of Callie's shoulders. That's just
why?
Because I'm a small-sized creature.
Oh, okay, and now you're on top of Myrna? Like, what? Stop fucking human totem pulling!
Well, Myrna wants to make out with Callie.
Okay, but it's like a real CSGO strat, so why can't it be a D&D strat?
Okay, guys, crouch. We need to peek over this wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so while you're in the CSGO totem pole talking, as a DM, please don't find MMX while you're still at the city and can throw them overboard. Please wait till you're gone. So just like meta thing. But yeah, talk this out here over this big spin thing.
Do you mind talking with everyone? I'm gonna try to go get some more info on some things.
Of course.
Maybe a different job.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go walk off and let them talk.
We've been given a very interesting job opportunity, and me and Arch thought it would be best to talk to the rest of this crew before blindly accepting. What Boney Michael has suggested is that we hunt down maelstroms and extract the orichalcum inside. Now, this is an extremely dangerous job. I mean, frankly, let's be honest, we're not exactly turning a big profit here, and well, this could be a very, very lucrative opportunity. What do you all think?
Sounds good. Would earn us a lot of rapport.
Indeed, it would.
I mean, it doesn't sound like the safest option, but it sounds like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point, so why not?
I mean, I'm not really here for the money. We've established that, though.
Huh?
If this is better for business, I'm fine with it.
We were given one other job, but frankly, without giving any of us any of the gold, it'll get us a quarter tank of fuel. Frankly, I don't see much of a alternative.
It doesn't sound like we'd do much else anyway.
I will go grab Arch, and we will head back to Boney Michael and accept the contract.
So this is the DM genuinely asking, where the fuck is Arch? What is he up to? Because I don't know. I'm intrigued.
We just see Arch at the fucking hot dog stand gambling all of his money.
I was gonna ask you, since we're regulars to the city and I'm a rogue, would I have discovered like thieves' camp markings around to try to find like a more of a thieves like a roguish guild's like info broker separate from Boney Mike? You could just straight up say no if you don't have anything else planned.
I don't have anything prepared. Let's do investigation, and if you roll well, you'll maybe have some more information when you come back to Disco City.
Okay, I do have a +5.
+5? Yes, you're the skill monkey. Or skill
It's not amazing, because I also have skills that are already +10 right now.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Just
I do have a +9 in some stats.
Okay,
so
with a 10, you don't find anything in particular, but you could maybe on another trip to Disco City find some more stuff. And so the two of you, after that, I assume the two of you go back to Boney Michael's office, and he'll give you a big, long explanation of how maelstroms work. Maelstroms are going to be the dungeons in this campaign. These big dungeons floating in the sky, surrounded by tornadoes that have bosses at the middle, where you bring back the treasure inside, which is what keeps the airships flying. It's a whole thing. He'll explain it to you, and then we'll flash back to it as soon as you enter the actual dungeon, so things flow better. But he explains all that to you. He's also going to give you the equipment that is used to extract the orichalcum, this energy in the center of maelstroms that you bring back. He's going to give you 5 suits of equipment to take it, and also 2 extra suits just in case you need replacements. 2 extra suits that might have a use for it, judging by the number of people on this Discord call.
Does one of them happen to be animal-shaped?
One of them is kind of small. That's why it's one of the spares.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah.
He's also going to explain to you that there's going to be a bit of a rental fee with this equipment, that the first couple times you're getting the orichalcum from the maelstroms to pay off the cost of the equipment. You'll have to take less profit, but as the campaign goes on, you're going to get more and more as your debt is worked off.
Can I negotiate a cheaper rental for a longer payoff period?
Tell you what, how I was planning to do it would be 3 of them where you're getting half pay from the maelstroms to pay off the suits. You can negotiate it with a persuasion check to be like 5 times where you're getting 2/3 maybe. Like what are you thinking?
Just making it easier for us to get more and not having to pay as soon. So yeah, I guess that works.
Okay, make your persuasion check if you want to do that.
12. You know what? So
Yeah, you're-
persuasive. 18.
Oh god, you have abilities.
I have abilities.
What ability is that?
It's my rogue ability. I just literally stared at him, was talking, saw that I wasn't really doing too well, and kind of like psychically persuaded him a little bit better.
Wait, the way you phrased it, it's like you just break down crying in Boney Michael's office. Like, okay, I'll get you a better loan deal. Just stop crying. Like,
No. I literally Professor X'd him.
Oh, you psychic holocaust attack. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he's Professor X psychically made Magneto remember the Holocaust and relive it.
Yeah,
Wait, that's so funny.
It's so fucked up.
It's a terrible thing to do to a man, but it works.
I'm losing. Brain blast. The Holocaust.
He literally accidentally scanned a World War II survivor's head, and he was just like, I could use this.
So you've negotiated your deal, and we'll flash back to the specifics of the information Boney Michael gives you, and also the specifics of your financial deal. But with that 18, you got pretty good. It'll take 5 times to pay off your debt, but you're not making big payments. And so, is there anything else the crew would like to do before they take off in the Luna Eclipse?
I've already gambled.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything he can do. He's broke as fuck.
I only have 9 gold now.
Good. And so
good, he's broke.
No, just good as in like moving the story along. We cut to late at night. All of you, except Akash, who will be joining shortly, are aboard the Luna Eclipse. It's late at night. What types of things are you doing?
I'm running the books again, making certain that
Quietly
the amount of money.
munching on Atlas's bone collection.
God, you sound like you're being murdered. Like I know that like because you're feeling fine, it's just like the thing where sickness makes you sound worse longer than you are. But God, you sound just like hell, Nikki. I feel so
It sounds like a
bad.
hostage call in the best way.
It's okay. I lose my voice like at least once a year from getting sick. So like it's funny because I think like exactly 1 year ago I also was missing my voice because I got sick. So it's just like clockwork. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I remember that. I made fun of you.
Of course you did.
When I guess the better question is, when isn't Zane making fun of Nikki?
When aren't any of you making fun of me?
So
Let's be
I mean,
honest.
okay, that's
It's not.
that's also true, but yeah.
There's no but. What do you mean?
There's no but. That's just true as well.
The only one that doesn't bully me is Akash, but that's only because
I've been aware.
Give it time. Give it time.
Akash hasn't been here. It will happen eventually.
Yeah, we just cut like 100 miles away to the shop around the corner, and the captain's just standing there like, why do I feel like bullying someone right now?
Am I getting the
I have
urge?
I have a sudden. Why do I have the sudden hatred for hybrid animals?
I don't know.
Okay.
What even is a hybrid animal?
So MMX is eating bones. Arch is doing paperwork. What's everyone else up to?
Oh, quick question. After getting our fuel and food, we need just the general. I don't know if you thought of a general price of like how much that would be total for us for some stuff. How much party funds do we have? Like ship funds do we have right now? Like how much did we get paid?
That's a good question. I'm going to say the party currently has no money and only has the fuel and only has a quarter tank of fuel. And
Too much gambling.
The last couple jobs you did have
God
put
damn
you.
it, Jasper.
It's not. You wasted 25. That's not why you're broke. But
I wasted my gold that I was paid.
I'd say the last job you did puts you at where you're completely even on your finances and have a little bit of fuel in the tank, but no other money. until you do a mission. Also got your missions on the map screen written out, and your fuel laid out, and the crew, which actually technically I should get rid of MMX because MMX hasn't joined.
Yeah, get that bitch out of here.
Fucking deletes MMX from existence.
Deletes Nikki from the server.
Hey guys, we're like 18 feet away from the northern outpost on the map. I don't know if we're making it.
18 feet away.
No,
Hold
we
on,
were
let me
only
go back.
we were only 3 squares away. What do you mean?
Yeah, southern outpost. You were going to the southern outpost,
okay.
which would have
Yeah.
been, which would have taken 15 fuel, which would have put you at 35. Looking at the
Yeah.
map, I moved back to the ship on map. Yeah, you're okay on fuel.
I'm going to go do an inventory check right now, and let me know if you need anything.
Honestly, like, and Arch definitely would have picked up on this, but Callie definitely feels a bit nervous about hunting down another maelstrom. After that, she's kind of just like nervously pacing the halls of the ship.
Arch is worried about finances. Callie is having a panic attack. Everything's good on the Luna Eclipse. MMX is eating bone.
Everything is good on the Luna Eclipse, as you said.
Jasper's kind of just staring out into the sky, the horizon.
Also eating bones.
Jasper's
Wow,
just
this
thinking
hot
about
Finishing off the last of my hot dog.
Man, I could have gotten so many hot dogs if I won those games of roulette.
Man, imagine if I had, I don't know, 2 hot dogs.
Yeah, Jasper strikes me as the kind of guy who's like, he finds a genie. He's like, all right, 3 wishes. What do you want? A hot dog. Okay, easy enough. Second wish, another hot dog.
Please, for your third wish for something else. You know what? I think I'm gonna get another hot dog.
Yeah, and then
Chili
like the
cheese
genie
dog.
just gives him like an extra wishes to see if he's going to actually use them, and he just gets more hot dogs.
There are different regional hot dogs each time.
If he keeps gambling, eventually he'll get something from Chicago.
True.
Can you give me a good old Chimerian hot dog? Okay, how about one from the Citadel?
Yeah.
Citadel hot dogs probably fucking suck.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, it probably is like a hot dog that's like really nicely crafted on like a brioche bun and then nothing else. And it's just like the most boring thing ever.
It's a
Also,
hot dog put in an MRE.
I'm pretty sure this is technically the first time we've mentioned Citadel outside of like Session 0 and the backstories. So that's the introduction. Citadel, their hot dogs suck.
I mean, it's true.
Well, if it's one
Okay,
thing
so,
anybody
like-
knows about the Citadel.
Guaranteed, Shimmer has some of the best food around, while the Cloudwalkers and Disco City have like the mom pop shop that you always want to go back to, but
Disco City strikes me as the type of place that, like, because it's such a cultural hub, it has like a million different types of restaurants, and there's like hidden gems throughout, like, all over the place.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's
why I
gotta
said
be
the
good.
Cloudwalkers.
Majority of them are pretty shit,
They're very traditional.
Yeah, there's gotta be good stuff in Disco City. But anyway, it's late at night. MMX is still eating bones. Would any of you be like late up at night watch, or would you all go to bed around the same time?
I don't think Callie's gonna be able to sleep tonight, I'll be honest.
Jasper's a bit of a night owl. He doesn't do much during the day when nothing broken.
Do any of you sleep?
Normally,
Jasper
yes.
eventually sleeps, yes.
Archer's a firm believer in a good 6 hours, 7 hours sleep.
As a
Okay.
growing animal, I probably am like always asleep. Especially
And
because I'm a
also-
cat.
Yeah, adult cats sleep 16 hours a day.
Yeah, I am fucking sleeping.
Okay, so let's say that it's. I do like how you're moving your token like step on the map, like you go to the ladder and then move. But it's late at night. Jasper's walking around. Callie is awake in her room.
I
But Atlas-
imagine Callie is
Oh
like,
no, Callie jumped off.
yeah. No, I imagine Callie's like upstairs, not in her room.
But the point is, MMX, you're lying. You're still sleeping under Atlas's bed when Atlas like goes to sleep on top of it. How does MMX react to that?
I'm guessing like MX is probably asleep by now, so it depends if Atlas like bumps up, like How rough does Atlas get into bed?
Atlas
Bro?
just like full blown like flops into it like a fish.
Multiple
Pile drivers into the bed.
Into bed.
A full swan dive into bed.
Doing
Yeah.
backflips, no less.
If Atlas is just like gently getting into bed, I don't think MMX will even wake up. Maybe he'll like do a little yawn, and then like raise his head a little bit, and then go back to sleep.
My real question is, I suppose maybe I should just open this up. How does MMX get discovered by the party, do you think?
In the morning
Well,
when Atlas
yeah,
wakes up.
I think. I don't know if Atlas is gonna check under his bed, but if he doesn't, then at some point MMX is going to eat through the pile of bones, and he will have to start scrounging for like other food.
May I make a suggestion in terms of other food?
Yeah.
I feel like
mattress.
I feel like you go to the cargo hold and give me an investigation roll. This will determine how many things you get to choose between for food.
So like I'm like assuming Atlas never checks under their bed just like regularly.
I mean, how often do you
MMX,
check under your bed?
like only if I need something.
I
Good.
literally have like I got a bed frame with drawers so that I never had to check under my bed again.
I got a 10 for investigation.
With that 10, you're only going to get 2 of the items that the ship is transporting. 3 of them elude you. But the options you have are a big old bag of beans. These are not the magic item. It's just beans, the food. There's a big old bag of beans, and then next to it, there is a bonsai tree. Potted bonsai tree, big old bag of beans. What does MMX try to eat?
I think MMX is a little bit of a gourmet, so he's gonna sample them both before making a decision.
Okay, you take little nibs on both. Which does MMX like more?
I think he would prefer the beans. It has protein content, you know. He's a growing boy.
So MMX is just downing all of this bag of beans that you're bringing to poor monks. Like, oh, those poor men, they're gonna starve. Who do you guys think hears MMX just scrounging? Who would either be closer or be the most perceptive right now?
I have
Maybe
good
Callie
perception.
Yeah, maybe
I
Callie
think
could put
Atlas
on-
had the best perception though.
Yeah. Atlas.
No, no,
Also,
not
me
Callie.
and
Atlas.
are the ones on
Atlas
the bottom
should.
floor.
I only
I
have
think
a plus
Atlas actually
3.
should, right? Oh,
Oh, I have a
Never
plus
mind.
6. So I
Yeah, I
guess
only have a
it
plus
would-
4.
Isn't
I
to
have
look
plus
around.
4.
So probably me then.
Yeah.
Okay, so Callie, you're pacing around late at night. You can't sleep because you got stress about the maelstrom. You're walking through your ship, and you just hear this like this fucking noise, this bag tearing and munching coming from the cargo hold.
Yeah, I will go investigate.
I mean, you see MMX going to town on this big old bag of beans. What you gonna do?
Hey, no, don't listen. I'm gonna try and pick up MMX.
MMX would start flailing wildly if you
Yeah,
tried to pick him up, like hissing and stuff, like showing his teeth. Like,
Can I
he's
get an
freaking
acrobat?
out.
Let's do this as a grapple check. So that's like probably athletics for Callie versus acrobatics from MMX.
Can't be the
I
other way
can't do
around.
athletics too.
It's a strength check from whoever's grappling, and then the person who's against the grapple check can do either acrobatics or athletics.
To be fair, I guess MMX, if like rather than trying to like shake out, you are just like trying to like, rah, I'm too strong to be picked up. You can also try that.
Yeah, he's like thrashing.
Give me these
Okay, I got
contested
an
rolls.
18.
I also got an 18.
Oh, you're locked in it, but I think meets beats. So MMX just barely managed to
Yeah.
slip out Callie's grasp.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do is like, you see, Callie kind of
MMX, I think, would like kind of start trying to like run away.
while MMX starts running away, Callie's gonna cast Good Berry
Oh shoot!
and hold one in her hand. You're hungry, right? Here, and then just like roll it on the ground towards MMX.
Yeah, that would definitely get his attention. He would approach the tree, like sniff it. Actually, I don't even think he would approach it. I think he would use his like really long, like prehensile tail, and then like flick it towards him, and then start sniffing it, so that he like doesn't get physically any closer to Callie. still kind of very apprehensive and hanging low to the ground and in like a ready to pounce kind of pose.
Callie will seeing like MMX's body language will like literally sit on the ground like crisscrossed legs to try and look less threatening. I promise, it's very good for you. Watch, and Callie will eat one herself.
I think MMX watching Callie eat one will like gobble it down, and then like still looking really apprehensive, but he'll like look at her for a second and then look back and then start like kind of scanning the room to see how he can escape.
I mean, there's the big door to Oblivion behind you. If
No
you want to
way.
suicide. Not Oblivion like the Elder Scrolls thing. I mean, like jump out to your death. You're in a ship right now.
Yeah, I think MMX wouldn't even know that the door would lead to his death, so he might try to make a dash for it because he doesn't know where it goes.
I will
Oh boy.
take out another good berry and roll it towards MMX.
I think he's gonna turn around and go for the good berry. You have like probably a second's pause while he's eating it to explain that if he jumps out the door, he'll die.
Yeah. Now, listen. You're kind of stuck here. That door leads to nowhere. Literally. You will fall out of the ship and fall into the blight. Now, I promise I'm not here to hurt you. In fact, you're actually pretty cute. Why don't you come with me? I can give you plenty of food, a warm bed to sleep in, and I will hold out another good berry, but I will keep it in my hand this time.
Does MMX follow the treat?
MMX, I think, will like look at the door one last time and then look at Callie and like walk towards Callie, but only close enough to try to wrestle the good berry out of her hand with his tail.
Fair enough. I mean, Callie's not gonna like fight back against it.
Then he'll scoop the berry out of her hand with his tail and put it in his mouth. Good berries like heal you, right?
They give you 1 HP per berry, and so I just want you to know that you just ate the equivalent to like 4 days worth of food. Like,
yeah,
one good berry is enough to sustain a human for an entire day.
He's a grown boy. He's grown.
I'll say like MMX, like when you look at him, you can definitely you can see his ribs. So you would definitely know like this is an emaciated, underfed animal. Like he's not. He's seen better days. Well, not really, because he's only 6 months and lived his whole life like this. But he should have seen better days.
And then instantly, at this very moment, you see the emaciated animal turn into a giant blueberry and just roll towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a
So like
single
for
day.
the first time, like literally ever, he's probably feeling really good because he ate a fuck ton of food. So he's like, okay. Feeling like full and satiated, he probably feels a little more amenable, but still cautious. So while he's still kind of like very like low to the ground, doing that like crouch like walk that cats do when they're scared, but he'll follow after Callie.
Can promise you there's plenty more berries where that came from. And yeah, I will lead MMX back to like my captain's quarters. Definitely can't leave MMX unattended or he's gonna eat more beans.
More of the poor monk beans.
I needed the protein.
That's true. You did need it, but also the monks need it.
Fuck them. They're not nearly as cute or cool.
I mean, you're not wrong. I can't argue with that. That's for sure.
But yeah, as soon as like MMX is in like the captain quarters, he is going to find like the highest possible place up that he could sleep in.
There's a bookshelf, so yeah.
Yeah, he probably will knock off stuff on the topmost shelf and then like make a little like bed for himself there. You will be needing a cat tree in here.
You know, I could have just like put you up there, but I guess what Callie will do is like take some fluff out of her pillow and use it to try and make like a little bit of a bed for MMX.
Oh fuck yeah, he starts making a little nest with it.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
I feel like at this point, like just as you're like, ooh, I've successfully tamed a pet. I have done what every ranger wants to do and have a pet. Like I feel like the book's being shoved over and you tearing up a pillow. I feel like Arch hears that and like would Arch pop a head in? See what was going
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'd be tearing up the pillow, to be fair.
Okay.
But the
I would
book
probably
said
hear you.
probably,
did
yeah.
definitely just
I would-
shove stuff.
I would definitely hear you talking to yourself too.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm rolling really low.
Yeah,
I'm just
I mean,
poking my
you
head
do
in.
know, you would know that Callie does like frequently talk to her raven.
Still poking my head in. This isn't the
Okay.
usual conversation you have with your raven.
That's true. Yeah.
You usually say the same 8 things to your raven. This is not one of those 8 things.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like it's like those 8 things, or I vent to my raven. That's it. So yeah,
I'm gonna like 13 stealth, poke my head in and take a look around.
I found a guest in our cargo hold.
Stowaway, did you get rid of him?
Well, I guess it's a little bit more complicated than that, and I will point to MMX on the bookshelf.
I think he already fell asleep.
Are you planning to keep that thing?
Well, I mean,
You have the funds to?
well, if the maelstrom goes well, then
If?
sure. When the maelstrom goes through, then yes. I would love to keep him. Again, he is very cute, but I don't expect this to burden the crew or anyone else.
Okay.
Anything regarding be taken out of my own funds.
Right. Okay, yes. That was one of the 2 things.
What is the other?
The first thing, as you said, and any needs of that creature are definitely coming out of your own funds. Number 2, don't tell me you already named it.
No.
Okay, good. So there's still a chance I can persuade you against it.
I haven't seen my cutie mark yet.
Yeah, but it's only a matter of time.
Nope, it's too late. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay.
Don't let that thing out of your room.
I don't plan on it.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen, bring something up.
And as you guys are having this conversation about MMX, whose cutie mark you have unfortunately not seen yet, we cut to Myrna upstairs, who I imagine has just kind of fallen asleep next to the radio and the telescope. And Myrna, you start to get a distress call.
Myrna startles awake and puts out the lit doobie on her chest.
Do you have a fucking doobie? You're not talking about like a fucking joint, are you?
My
blunt.
peace pipe.
Okay.
Okay, so our introductions so far: eats rats, gambles away all of his money on hot dogs, eats glass, fucking getting lit up here.
Okay, so it really makes a lot of sense that this crew is not turning a profit.
You're gonna leave me up there alone with a radio and not expect me to light up?
And you wonder why I have Arch kind of being a strict individual.
Arch must be so stressed.
Arch? Yeah, I feel bad for Arch, honestly.
The only one who saves money here is Atlas, and that's because Atlas doesn't want money, and also Atlas eats the wildlife on the ship.
Yeah.
Don't let him
I'm
get
just saying
MMX.
you guys could make a very successful extermination business with Atlas.
Well, you have to remember, we established that the rats that get onto every ship and every island are literally flying rats.
Holy
So-
shit.
Okay. So Myrna, you go for the radio and you hear this distress call. And as you hear that distress call, we back up and we jump to another ship. We jump to the shop around the corner. It's
that's a
Captain
great mustache.
It is a great mustache that Nikolai has. Nikolai Vardas, its captain, is asleep in his quarters when he hears just this terrible, terrible noise, this war horn that you've heard many times before, and it always has filled you with dread. Akash, what does Nikolai do as he's sleeping in bed and he hears this horn?
I'm instantly up. I'm gathering my crew, who I have either vetted or trained myself, and I'm calling them to arms and just shouting to the halls, 2 battle stations. We are under attack. And I am making sure that I am armed and dressed myself.
Okay, that's...
As I head up to the deck.
And I feel like as you step out of your room onto the deck, you can see some of your crew is at arms. Some of them have already been killed from this attack that is happening to your crew. You see one of your crew who they should probably feel scared because their token is a red shirt from Star Trek. You see one of your crew run for the radio and is like listing out coordinates. And as she does that, just a javelin goes through her, killing her instantly. And your gaze moves across your ship to the air above the deck, where a pair of men on dragons are sitting there. You recognize these men by profession, if not by name. They're 2 members of the Outcasts, an infamous tribe of dragon-riding pirates. This is not the first time a ship you captained has been ravaged by Outcasts. And we have 2 Outcasts here, which means we get 2 name pulls. And I'm going to give one of them to you, Akash, and one, how about Crow?
121.
Borthax is Red's name.
Yes, we love Borthax.
I do love Vortex.
And Crow, what was your D200?
63.
And 60. A bag of trail mix.
Oh.
That is a tabaxi name if I've ever heard one.
His first
So
name
their
is
names
Bag.
are Borthax and a bag of trail mix. Who the fuck names their kid a bag of trail mix?
That's
Sounds like a
tabaxi.
very it's like a tabaxi meets Irish. It's
I think there was a
Bago
guy at Columbia whose
Trail
first name was Trail, but that's as close as I can get.
I mean, okay, but like literally in Tomb of Annihilation, there is an NPC named Bag of Nails.
First name Bag, last name O.
So Borthax and Bago Trail Mix are now standing on your deck. They look at you, and Bago Trail Mix says, Hey, Borthax, do you recognize this guy? And Borthax replies, I think I do. Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. We know who you are, Captain. How's it going?
I'm not going to say anything. Is it okay if I move down here? And can I aim the ballista that I'm putting there and I'm assuming is there at Blue, who is Bag of Trail Mix, I believe?
You can immediately go for the ballista. And I had it written out that they try and be like, Hey, if you surrender to us, we won't kill you. But you're going immediately for the fucking ballista.
Okay, 17.
Are you aiming for the dragon or the guy on the dragon?
Guy on the dragon.
You, with this ballista, you just fire it and you hit Bag of Trail Mix and you knock him off his dragon. So you just, roll 3d10. That's a big fucking blow to Bag of Trail Mix. Why are you trying to instantly kill Bag of Trail Mix? He's such a nice guy with such a good name.
That is 14
If
damage
he's
to Bag of Trail
anything
Mix.
like Bag of Nails, he's so not. He's gonna offer the party soup, and it's super poisoned.
Okay, so you immediately open fire on Bag of Trail Mix, and he's like, Hey, I'm a reasonable guy. I just want some food and some fuel, but you want fucking fight, then you know what? I'm gonna make sure you lose another crew, rat-a-tat-tat, fuck you. And
Get off my ship.
Oh, we'll get off it after it falls into the abyss. And they swing in and they attack. And then we cut back to the Luna Eclipse as these guys are threatening you. And Myrna, you hear the distress call that went out before that crew member, that red shirt, got javelined. And it's just, this is the shop around the corner requesting immediate assistance. We're under attack from Outcasts. We repeat, we are under attack from Outcasts. We are currently at coordinates 5.125 by 7819. We need help. Oh god, a javelin through my chest. And, she screams and the radio turns to static. And Myrna, what do you do in this situation?
Myrna hears Outcast several times, looks between the radio and her doobie. And then...
Akash's character never joins the party because just Myrna fucking smokes instead of relaying the radio info.
Akash has to keep making a new character every session. She's gonna sigh and put on just a cheap ass cloak and stuff and radio down to everyone else. Seems like we have a local distress signal. I don't know if we want to tangle with any outcasts, but if they're in the area, we might as well just take them down before they get to us.
Thank you, Myrna. Set a course right away to the location of the signal.
Okay.
I will begin waking other crew members for preparation.
So this is a question we should establish before we get into anything. Does Callie drive the ship or does Myrna? Like, where is the steering wheel? Is it?
Can I have a steering wheel that's clearly unplugged?
Yeah.
You're fucking Maggie Simpson.
So my
Not having sex with Maggie Simpson, but like you are.
What?
Basically,
no, that tracks with the conversation.
My understanding of it is, and I think this is like kind of lame, so I don't want to do it this way, but in actual real life, there would be like somebody whose job is to steer the ship, and that would be like one of the first mates or something. The navigator would be like along side by side with them, and then like the captain would be standing behind them issuing orders. But I think Callie would probably be driving the ship because, again, I think that's way cooler. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like Myrna gives directions, but Callie's the one like actually. Well, I guess yeah. On smaller ships, it is the captain that just drives.
Myrna's saying shotgun. She's doing the navigating. She's handling the snacks. She's doing the podcasts.
Yeah.
The crew gets to their battle stations. I'll let you, in the time it takes the ship to fly to this battle, reposition anywhere on the ship because it won't be immediately arriving. After that, it's going to be an initiative to move.
Well, I imagine that the wheel of the ship is going to be...
I was imagining it like your captain's chair.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
As a reminder, this is like the deck of the ship that's outside where you can like jump off. Over here on the left at the top, we've got the ballista. And over here on the castle deck at the top is another exit and the big cannonball that takes multiple turns. Everyone where they want to be for this fight?
I mean, I kind of have to be where I am.
I'm gonna move on to deck.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get down.
I wasn't waking up for this. Okay, if there's a big cannon boom, MMX will wake up.
I mean, it's like one of the... I don't know. To me, you're just a little
That's true. I guess I am a baby animal.
It's like,
yeah, but baby,
you
like
little
fighting.
Baby, wake the fuck up. We gotta save some people.
Did you close the door on me?
Yes.
Oh, I will be breaking down that door. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
They're making their own doggy door.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Actually, you do need a doggy door now.
I don't think
And
this
as
is
a
how
reminder,
you're supposed to install a doggy door, but it works.
As a reminder, as we go into things, the ship is split into 3 levels because you can't really do 3-dimension on a 2D map physically, but the left bit, which has most of the ship, is where things are physically. So if you're like on the bridge right now, you'd physically be like 20 feet to the left. You start flying towards this distress call, and you can see the ship. You want to know its name, but the audience, us, and also you, the players, would know that this is the shop around the corner. But it would be weird if it was a different ship, because we just had that cutscene for that. But you can see it. The Dragon Riders are circling around. All of Nikolai Vardis' crew are dead. The ship is on fire as we are about to begin our first battle. And could all 7 of you roll for initiative?
Let's go!
Hurrah!
I have a +5. Let's go. I can't roll.
I got a 13.
I got a 6.
Honestly,
11
it's
here.
fine because like something needs to happen to wake me up anyways. Otherwise, I get a turn of just snoring.
Jasper kind of sheepishly makes his way over to the 2 ballistas as he's still waking up.
And as we're going into our first combat, which is on the ship, I'm going to be doing a very simplified ship-to-ship combat in this game. There are rules in D&D for like more complicated like airship fights, but I feel like it would work better for this campaign if it was a lot of fighting on top of the deck rather than the ships fighting each other. So the things you can do on a boat. Callie, from her captain's chair, or anyone else who is there, can move the ship And the modified stats we settled on in our session 0 give the Luna Eclipse a speed of 60 feet. Whole ship will move at once when you move on your turn. There are 2 ballistas in the main deck. Each of these take 1 turn to load. There's also a mangonel on top of the castle deck. I think I called it a cannonball 5 seconds ago because I forgot the word. The mangonel takes 2 turns to load but does a lot of damage. Also, because this is an airship, most attacks will just bounce off it unless they exceed the damage threshold of 20. So, like, don't throw fireballs around, but it's fine if you stab the boat unless you're really strong. Ship has a max health of 400, so it's hard to sink, but also it takes time to repair it. And I'm just in the chat going to post those stats as a reminder as we start our first combat against Blorthax and a bag of trail mix. Myrna, you're on the front of the battle deck. It's your turn. Is there anything you can do from this range? Because it is on the same map now. That is what that.
So, like, are we using the actual squares here? Because this is 200 feet currently.
Yeah, you are flying in, and it is
Well,
just like
which one of our 3 are we using as the main?
left is the one that is literally it.
Okay, so we're 160 feet away. But are we considering moving, like, when the ship moves 1 square, that is just 5 feet as usual? Okay.
Yeah, the ship can move 60 in 1 turn.
Okay, so we can literally still just shoot every shift of the ship. Got it.
160 feet does not leave a lot of room for shit. I can take an action to just get up Warding Wind. My first spell.
Okay, what does Warding Wind do?
Fair amount of stuff that's minor, but I guess semi-related stuff is that the surrounding 10 feet near me is difficult terrain, and any ranged weapon attacks in that emanation has disadvantage.
Okay. You are surrounded by wind. That's gonna make it hard if the pirates decide to shoot you. Okay, next up on the initiative, we get one of the pirates, like Warthax shouts, "Hey, bag of trail mix! Another ship approaching. Go head him off!" And he's gonna do that. Oh, but he can't hurt you either. Well, he'll just have to move closer. So he's moving in closer. It then becomes Callie Bardot's turn.
Let's go. I'm moving the ship closer. My goal is to try and get close enough that we can, like, board.
Okay, that's the ship moved 60 feet.
Is that my action?
Oh, yeah, it's still... I'd say I can let moving the ship be a bonus action.
Okay. Is there a door here? Or no?
There doesn't appear to be one on the map. I'm going to allow there to be one just because there should be.
Okay, I'm gonna step out. Oh, cool. We're going to fire my bow. Ooh, net 19. So that's a 16 to hit.
That's a 16 to hit. Aiming for the dragon or the dude? Also, are you shooting through the wind sphere, or are you aimed otherwise?
I would imagine.
No, you wouldn't be shooting.
Yeah. I'm shooting for
fine.
the dude.
Okay, roll the damage because that 15 will hit.
That is 7 plus 5, 12 piercing damage.
Oof, that's a big chunk of... God, everyone's just aiming for Bag of Trail Mix today. He's having a rough one.
Yeah, and then it's my crow's turn. I'm just going to position it... Or Raven, excuse me. I'm going to position it there for...
And next up in the initiative is going to be Blorthax. And Blorthax is going to... His dragon's going to fly in, and he's going to jump off because he wants to finish you mano-a-mano, Nikolai. So he's going to jump off his dragon, and he's going to lunge in to attack you with his javelin. He swings, stabs a few times. What is Nikolai's AC?
My AC is 13.
Oh, that's bad. That's low. He's going to hit you twice for a total of 15 damage as he's just stabbing at you. And he's like, "Ha ooh, this brings you back, doesn't it, rat-a-tat-tat?" Okay, and that is going to be Blorthax's turn as it becomes Arch's turn.
I'm really not a fan of outcasts. They're honestly annoying. Although they tend to have good stuff on them. Maybe don't kill that one until he lands. I'm gonna stare at him and kind of like being fucking 3'4", shorter than everyone else. Probably no one's looking at him. He's just gonna like throw out both of his hands like forward, even though nothing's in them, and like blue light will shine from his hands and then just like disappear, and then hopefully if it hits, blue light will just reappear by bag of tricks, and I'll hit him. And I'm going to throw, because if I walk up to the edge, I should be able to throw this at. Yeah, I'm throwing this at normal. It's not disadvantage, which is great.
How far can you throw that?
Psychic blades, 60 feet. they're daggers. But instead of 2060, it's 61 120.
Okay, a 26. That'll hit. Which one are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for the person on top, not the dragon.
Okay, that's 8 damage. Anything else?
Bonus action, I'm gonna throw a second one. 21 to hit for 6 psychic. I know it says piercing, but I'm just using my normal dagger for the second dagger because it does slightly lower damage.
Okay, that's a big chunk of bag of trail mix's health.
Yep, so this blue light appears, hits him, disperses, does no physical damage, but his mind is like shaken.
We move to Atlas, standing on the battle deck.
Okay, so I know within reason we're on the left one.
So it's safe to assume we're somewhere like right here, ish,
Yeah.
right above the eating the common
Yeah, right
room.
now you'd be in the door of the kitchen, technically.
Somewhere along there.
I can hit trails mix with guiding bolt. They're within range. Atlas sees an outcast and is just filled with an intense desire for murder. That's a 10 to hit.
Unfortunately, you miss. If only he had been hit with guiding bolt so you could aim better.
I know, right? Oh well. Bonus action. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
What shape does your spiritual weapon?
It's a giant snake.
Awesome. I'm just going to put down the first thing that comes out when I do snake token.
I really hope that like it instead of like biting the enemy, it just becomes stiff and bludgeons them with its body.
Well, I was going to say I picture it being more like a constrictor, so you know that works.
I want the snake to swing at someone the same way that like you swing a crowbar in Gmod.
So I've created. Where does your snake token appear?
What's my range on this? Range is 60 feet.
What, at the edge?
Yeah. I'm making sure these things. Yeah, they can float. Okay, I was about to say this is going to be real awkward if it just starts just descending through the air.
That would be hilarious.
I imagine someone like just this tiny island that isn't destroyed by the blight on the surface word. Just someone saying they're like, wait, are there ships above? They can rescue me. Hey, what's that coming down? You hit the last survivor.
Fucking Rod of God, the last survivor.
And that was a joke. There aren't any survivors left on the surface. I'm saying that as a DM, being honest.
Good to know.
Next up in initiative is MMX. Is this enough commotion to wake up MMX and have MMX prove useful?
I hope so.
Okay, let's say you
Roll
hear
an
things
EP
and now you're
check.
curious and want.
Roll an EP check.
Yeah.
What is EP? Empathy?
No.
I feel like since MMX was designed to be like a soldier, I do think that he wakes pretty easily by design.
You're also a
Like
cat.
it doesn't take much to wake him up. Yeah. Oh, I think he's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a cat, so you have an innate understanding that Callie does not want a cat to be sitting on her lap right now because she's trying to do work. So you just psychically can sense that.
Yeah, that's exactly what MMX senses. Not the battle, just that I'm busy and now would be a great time to ask for pets.
I think MMX is going to try. He's gonna jump down from little spot on the bookshelf. He'll probably try. He'll probably bust down this door if it's closed.
You could open it.
With what hands?
You have a
He
prehensile tail. You were picking things up.
He does have a prehensile tail because he's a chameleon hybrid as well. Yes, and they have prehensile tails, but he don't know how to open doors.
Yeah, true.
Like,
That is
like, what makes you think he knows how to open a door? He doesn't.
So for the
he's
rest of
just
the
gonna.
campaign, there is an MMX-shaped outline in Callie's door, like a Looney Tune. You
Yeah.
Kool-Aid Man through the door. What are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna approach the sound, like where the commotion's happening. So I guess he's approaching the battle deck.
Okay.
How many feet of movement do I have? Do I just have the standard 30?
Yeah, I don't think it's till level 6 that barbarians get extra movement.
You could
Alright,
dash.
slay.
Yeah, but
he's gonna go. This is 1. Yeah, he's a little boy. 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess he'll dash since I'm not getting onto the battle deck.
Good, you zoomies to the battle deck.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he zoomies to the battle deck.
Yeah, and this is the first time. This is the first time that Myrna and Atlas are seeing this, by the way. So, like, you're just in a bitter, violent fight against pirates who you hate because they're pirates. And what the fuck is this thing? Why is it?
When did we get a critter?
I was planning on explaining it later.
MMX is probably like looking around and surveying the area. He already used up his action. I think he senses sufficient enough dangers. So, well, actually, I don't know if I'll be able to hit something in my next turn because I can't fly.
Depends if the
You
ship
have to
going to
land.
move the ship.
Okay. I guess, like, because he senses sufficient enough danger, he goes into a rage. So you see, yeah. So you see he, like, bulks up. His teeth grow noticeably longer, so they're now, like, hanging out like a saber-toothed tiger almost. His claws have gotten bigger. The various, like, ridges that he had all over his face and along, like, his back have grown longer and pointier. And he just looks like a really fucking tough dude.
All I imagine is Jasper is hearing various scratches on our floorboards.
Man, the spells are getting real big, huh?
What?
Man, the spells are getting real big.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on MMX's turn?
He's gonna ferociously roar, and then that's it.
Yeah, I imagine both. I imagine both Borthax and Bag of Trail Mix hear that, and they just turn like, the fuck's that? That thing looks scary. I won't fight it. Do barbarians get like an extra stronger rage as they level up? I forget what some of them are.
Yeah, I get like more stuff I can do.
Well,
are you going to introduce?
They get extensions to their rage. They don't get a new rage.
Forgot.
Their rage does power up over time.
Only certain barbarians kind of get modified rages, but yeah, it's usually like extra damage and longer and shit like that.
Are you going
to? Actually, no, that's fine. What's up?
Are you going to debut that range? Are you going to debut that rage by just shouting, and this is to go even further beyond, and then just fucking screaming so bad that you sound like this session again?
No, it's gonna be like a fucking Pokemon evolving. Like, you're just gonna be like, oh shit, when could he do that?
And so we go to Nikolai Vardis. You're dueling a pirate on your burning ship, surrounded by your murdered crew. How has this happened 3 times in your life? But the point is, you're dueling these pirates. And what is Nikolai going to do?
Cry.
You know, he's holding it in. How far in feet is the other ship away from me?
Currently, it's about 100 feet from edge to edge. Yeah.
All right,
exactly. Good guess.
I would shout over to the Luna Eclipse and just be, fancy y'all joining the fight. Please kill these motherfuckers. Then I'm going to shoot a bag of trail mix again, or attempt to at least.
Okay, where are you shooting with?
The ballista.
Okay, shooting with the ballista on your ship.
16.
16. Okay, that'll hit. I'm gonna let ballistas be armed with a bonus action. I think that works better. Okay, roll the damage for that, and that will take your bonus action then.
Okay, and
3d10 piercing.
That's 19 damage.
19 fucking damage. Okay, Bag is just like, Bag of trail mix gets the ballista dart through him and is like, hey, what the fuck? Why is everyone focusing on me? Go beat up Blorthax instead. You haven't. Why am I being mean? Why are you being mean to me?
Take yourself out of the sky by yourself, or we'll do it for you. And that's the end of my turn.
Mom, they're bullying me.
Yeah, and I do feel like Blorthax could also be like leaning close to you and say, rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. You should focus on the one in front of you. And then he would hit you if it was his turn, but it can't because it isn't.
Dude,
Finally becomes Jasper. You're down by the ballista.
Zoning out, and then just you say rat-a-tat-tat a bunch of times, and then a huge orange circle appears on my screen, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Roll for rats.
So, Jasper, it's your turn. As a reminder, you can bonus action load these ballistas, then action to fire, or you could punch a hole in the ship and stab through. I don't know what you're gonna do.
I'm hoping that the ballista's already loaded.
Tell you what, because you were responding to an emergency, you might have loaded it in the time coming up. I'll allow it.
And I guess I'll take a quick look out. How does Trail Mix's dragon look here? Drake.
Dragon has not been hit yet. Trail Mix is just more holes than person at this point. He's covered in his own blood.
All the trail mix is falling out. What kind of trail mix is he?
I feel like he's
he's all raisin.
Well, he's all raisin. Kill him immediately.
Yeah, it's like he strikes me as the type that would be all fucking raisins and nuts, and it does kind of check out considering he is nuts.
But
I will go ahead and fire a ballista over at his dragon.
Okay, roll 3d. Yeah, okay, that hits. Roll 3d10. 12 damage to the blue dragon.
And then I'll load it with my bonus action. Ready it up for another shot.
Good. Anything else on your turn?
No, sir. That's all.
Okay, and as we reach the bottom of the initiative order, you guys just hear a boom as part of the shop around the corner, this back part, the flames just explode and get worse. And I'm going to introduce a mechanic for the rest of this fight. This ship is sinking and it's gonna explode. You need let's see. Hold on. Here's how this is gonna work. Currently, the ship has 50 health. When its health reaches 0, it will have one more turn in the air, and then it will disappear below the clouds, never to be seen again, along with anyone still standing on it. Because of the flames destroying the ship, I'm going to roll a d20 at the end of each turn and reduce its health by that roll. So, how screwed is Akash right now?
Mildly.
That's a 10. There is 40 health left with the shop. Again, When it reaches 0, it's gonna sink, and it's a d20 per turn as we go back to the top of the initiative, which is Myrna.
Okay. For monks and Step of the Wind, do we still use strength to determine jumping?
I'm not quite sure. Does Step
It
of the Wind
doesn't.
say
It doesn't change unless 2024 changed it. I don't remember.
Well,
I
24 didn't change it, but I just think it's kind of stupid that monks.
Yeah, monks are a kind of weird class in a few aspects, but no.
All right,
it's not strength.
Let me see if I can make it.
Yeah, because you have like those those glidey wings things we settled on, right?
Not yet, not canon. It hasn't happened yet. Nobody talk about it.
Okay, I won't talk about it.
I am gonna get a running start and bonus action, Step of the Wind, use a key point. So I guess I'd be technically
does say that Step of the Wind, your jump distance is doubled.
Exactly. And this dragon right here is about 20 feet exactly away from the tip of the ship.
Are you gonna jump on the dragon?
Maybe.
Go for it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh. Yeah, Mirna just takes a running leap and swan dives off the ship and just Spider-Man punches the fucking dragon rider as she's coming down.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Ooh.
Oh, nat 1 and nat 11. So you double punch and miss. Oh, that's bad, but you're on the dragon.
Yep.
Progress.
Yeah, just nobody fire at this dragon because I have warding wind and it'll be at disadvantage.
I feel like Bag of Trail Mix is like, whoa, what the fuck? What? Whoa, what the fuck? You can't jump on my dragon. This is my dragon. And that's 7 and 11. That 7 and 11 both miss. So you jump on Ray to punch him, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? Get off my dragon. You can't go on my dragon. Also, hey, what are you doing here? Also, I'm going to stab you now, because get off my dragon. Does an 18 hit Myrna?
What is the damage type?
Piercing. I mean, it's slashing on the character sheet, but it's piercing damage.
All right. Yeah, 18 meets beats. So
okay, you
roll that damage.
You get 5 as his lance goes into your stomach.
Okay, deflect attack, reaction.
He is disadvantaged because it's a lance within 5 feet.
Okay, he's up. Okay, then it's a sword because this is just recolored.
Okay.
Yeah. Lances is a 1-2-handed, like, heavy weapon that has a disadvantage compared to all the rest.
Double rolls right now.
Yeah, lances are really overpowered. Fun fact.
Yeah.
If you use them right, yeah.
I deflected attack, so it does not hit, and in fact, I will be punching him back.
Actually, now that I think about what does deflect attacks do, it's pretty self-explanatory by the name.
It's the catching missile one, but they updated it. Yeah, it's deflect missile, but they updated it so you can do it with all attacks, pretty much.
Well, that's cool shit.
Except for magic, but that's later on.
Wait, you can at high level like just catch and throw back a fireball? That's dope as hell.
I think it has to be an attack roll, but I can catch small fireballs.
Yeah, it can't be AoE.
Yeah. So roll to punch Bag of Trail Mix.
It's actually a DC 15 dex.
Okay, Dex save for trail mix. That's a nat 1!
Let's go!
Noise.
How much?
11
how much
damage.
How much damage?
11 damage.
Okay, so describe what happened. Describe how you kill him.
I guess Myrna is just focused on getting these raiders as dead and as quickly dead as possible before they call for backup. So she's just gonna knock the sword away, do a 1-inch punch at the chest, and then just blow his heart out with a burst of fire.
I feel like you do the 1-inch punch and blow out his heart, and he just stares at you like, what the fuck? I didn't know people could do that. And he's just gonna fucking fall. His corpse falls off his dragon, and he's just disappears below the clouds.
I really like that, like, consistently people are just getting one line before they die. It's very silly.
Yeah.
Yay, session
next
1, Casey gives me a dragon.
Well, there's still the other one. There's still the guy you gotta save.
I did
Yeah, but
give my
I'm on a
players
dragon now.
a session 1 dragon, and then they forgot about it 3 sessions later.
It's going to be hard to forget about it when we're in a flying setting.
Yeah, that dragon's not gonna stay loyal to you. You just killed his its partner.
Yeah.
You say to a party that has actually extreme luck.
You might get a dragon eventually, but not now. Was Callie going?
I'm gonna go back to the helm and steer the ship. And is it possible to use like both my action and my bonus action to get extra movement?
I'm gonna say no. That's not how boats work.
Fair enough.
Can we dash with the ship?
Yeah, that's more or less.
I don't know what that is, but sounds gross.
Dash?
Dashing. Just double movement, but like make it so you waste all your action.
Oh, you can't dash with a boat. No.
Okay, well I'm gonna bring the boat as close as I can in this turn. Well, no, I'm moving diagonal, so it should only be 1 for every diagonal.
Yeah. It's every other diagonal is free. I believe how D&D does it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you
I've
measure
never
it out
heard
with
that.
like, cool, it's like 5, 10, 15. Wait, did they change that at some point?
It's always been that way.
Well, then I'm stupid and have been running things bad. In that case, you can just fly. You could climb up between the ships. Or maybe jump. I feel like you don't want to be directly in the fire. I should have let you move more earlier, but it's fine. It's fine.
No, Callie is going to, that guy's hanging off the edge, so I will go out and, I will yell at Nikolai and just say, jump on, and then, oh wait, no, he is off his thing, so, no, actually, I don't think I should jump onto the burning ship. I will, just make attack roll.
Okay, roll what you're
That's
shooting
a
at.
nat 20, baby. I'm shooting at, what's his name, Grinkus or whatever?
Basically, that's the type.
I don't remember
His name is Borthak.
Okay, well, I like Grinkus a lot more.
Maybe that's his last name. Hi, I'm Borthak's Grinkus. Blame my parents for the reason I turned out the way that I did, and especially blame the parents of Bag of Trail Mix. He didn't have a chance.
Oh my god! I just rolled max damage. On a crit, so that's 16, 21 piercing.
21 piercing. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn?
No, but one thing to note is that my raven has been hit by the ship and is gone.
It is how it is.
No.
Yeah.
I would move it, but it's actually underneath the ship, so I can't move it.
You're fine. Your raven's a little dead. Okay, it becomes it becomes Borthax Gringus is his name. It becomes Borthax Gringus's turn, and Borthax Gringus.
Right here. So it shouldn't have gotten hit. It's just
Borthax. Oh no!
right now.
Borthax gets a crit on Nikolai. That's 11 damage. If only you had a doctor on the boat. Anyway, becomes Arch's turn.
I guess Arch now standing at the edge of the ship, and we're like right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look over at the outcast. Right, you're the last one alive. The ship is burning. You're fighting a battle that you're getting absolutely no loot or anything out of. Very well could die by yourself, away from your friends. Do you really still want to do this?
Make an intimidation roll, I guess.
That feels more persuasion than intimidation.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's a nat 20 on intimidation. You know what? Killing assholes, avenging my good friend Bag of Trail Mix who just got murdered. These things can wait. That's right. I should leave on my next turn, assuming I'm still alive.
Oh, yeah, you actually should leave. Your body there. Because you probably still have loot on you. You're not getting anything from the ship. But it's okay. Do I get...
Why are you talking me into surrender if you want to kill me?
Courtesy?
That's mean.
You are a piece of shit, outcast.
Yeah, so?
Do I get advantage because of the intimidation?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Well, 25 to hit, 10 psychic.
Yeah.
As he's talking, I'm just like, I do a finger gun, and I'm like, well, and I just like, just fake fire the gun, and I hit him with it.
I love Arch fake finger gun.
Okay, that's a lot of Borthax's health. Anything else in your turn?
I'm going to do a bonus action second psychic dagger as he pulls up a second finger gun and also fires it from the hip. This one's at advantage because of Vex, my weapon mastery. 26 for 8 psychic. Plus.
Yeah, hit.
If he's not dead yet,
he's bloody, but he's
plus
still standing.
5 plus 5 additional psychic damage from sneak attack.
Yeah, he's barely breathing. You hurt him mentally with those psychic finger guns.
Yeah, as part of the intimidation was stealing psychic damage. Also, it's my version of vicious mockery.
Well,
right. Well, you probably will die now, but can I kindly ask that you take out all the valuables you have on your body, so we don't have to loot it, and you can just you can just hand it over to that man.
You know what? I'm gonna kill this guy before I die, just to spite you.
After Arch says that, I give Barthax a soft little wave.
Any two garbage syllables are valid for pronouncing this guy's name.
Okay, garbage.
My name isn't garbage. I'm not Scar from the Lion King.
He's about to fucking cry.
That's my turn.
Okay. Next up in the initiative is going to be Atlas, our doctor.
I had 2 syllable word. Bug food.
The doctor thing.
I'm going a bit closer. I'm going to take aim at Orthax. And I'm going to guiding bolt him.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's a 7.
That is a 7. That is... You can't hit with guiding bolt today.
I really can't. This is honestly
leaves the
sad.
impression that you just have horrible aim.
I also have a guiding bolt cleric that can't hit it.
Imagine he was a
Atlas
mouse.
needs to get glasses.
Just picture him as a big mouse.
It's not the problem. Atlas is just too consumed with anger and hatred.
Atlas doesn't like guiding bolt the mice. Atlas, like, that's just gonna make Atlas want to eat them.
I think Atlas is above eating this man.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just saying it's not going to help hit the guiding bolts.
I'm pretty certain Crow made it canon to their gods that the Yuan-Ti are a bit of cannibals.
Just a bit.
Is it cannibalism to eat another humanoid race?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes, and just end this conversation. Okay.
What do you consider not cannibalism, Casey?
Yeah, what is the line?
Cannibalism is if they're sentient. Also, as a hot take, eating zombies isn't cannibalism, although it will make you sick.
So, is
but
it
eating an elf is
cannibalism?
definitely cannibalism.
Is it cannibalism to eat a mind flayer?
Yes, because they're sentient.
But they're part of a hive mind.
Is it cannibalism to preemptively...
Oh, hold on. If you're eating part of something that's sentient, like if I cut off your arm and eat it, that's still cannibalism, even though it's just part of you.
No, the arm's not sentient anymore. It's an object.
Oh, it's part of something.
Hey, no.
Someone who works with dead bodies are considered quasi-property.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if you go by that logic, D&D goes by the logic that as soon as something is fully dead, it is an object. Oh.
All corpses are objects.
So that means that cannibalism doesn't exist in D&D.
Sure. Cannibalism doesn't exist, so it's okay to eat this guy. Not Bag of Trail Mix, who had a delicious name, Blorthax, who sounds disgusting. Is there anything else on Atlas's turn, or is it now MMX's turn?
No. We're staying on this first topic.
Yeah, like, I mean, think about it. On paper, eating snails does not sound that appealing. Snails actually very good, though.
What does that have to do with anything?
Staying on this cursed topic, since cannibalism is established by Crow as being a thing, and we established that a corpse is not cannibalism because it's an object, that means you want to eat people alive.
That's true, actually. Wait. That's awesome. They're juicier that way.
This is going to be horrible in hindsight when things happen. Anything else on Crow's turn?
No.
Okay. It becomes the turn of MMX, and because the ship getting moved, put MMX under the dragon. The dragon is still like 20 feet to the left. You're not under it, Nikki, but it is your turn.
Okay. How far away is the other ship?
The other
but, like,
ship,
actually.
30 feet.
Oh, bollocks.
From where you are, 30 feet.
Why did you say no? Don't say bollocks ever again. I swear to God.
Why can't I say bollocks?
Because that's British, and that makes it wrong.
Okay, my apologies. MMX doesn't really know what's going on. There's nothing for him to hit in his immediate vicinity.
Fire's not
But he's
edible,
just-
so MMX would not go there.
He's just gonna. He's just gonna stay mad. So I'll use my bonus action to continue my rage, and then
So
just
you just
fucking hang out, I guess.
So it's just the angriest cat on the world, just sitting here fuming.
Yeah, he's fucking ready to beat ass if he needs to, but he's also like, I don't think I need to beat ass, or like he can't reach anything. So he's like, whatever, fuck it.
Does MMX hiss the entire time they're raging?
What?
Like cat hiss?
I don't know.
You know, cats hiss
I
when
don't
they're.
think
Oh,
the entire time. Whenever he like vocalizes, it probably does come out as a hiss, yeah. Or like a growl. Or like a yowl.
Okay.
He's
So-
got nothing to do, so he'll just hang out.
Okay. So it becomes the turn of Nikolai. Bag of trail mix, the guy who was on the dragon, he's dead now. Now it's just one-on-one close quarters combat with Borthax. Brinkus is his name. Why is that his name? What are you going to do, Nikolai?
I am bloody as hell, and I'm just going to give him a smile and be like, well, you've attacked the wrong ship, and it's time to die, laddie. And I am going to swing at him with my rapier, as well as my dagger.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh boy, my rapier misses, so that's a natural 3. So yeah, my dagger, I think hits is a 19.
19 will hit. Roll damage.
Alrighty. Uh, 5 damage. And that is my
5
turn.
damage. Okay, he's still standing. As it becomes Jasper's turn.
Start heading on upstairs.
So you think he's got that? Whoa! Atlas, start unhinging your jaw. Get that thing.
Yeah.
But you think that guy has it?
As what?
The man.
Can I do an insight, see if how he's doing?
Yeah, do insight to see how he's doing. I'm not sure what you want. You can tell, and correct me if I'm wrong, Akash, but you can tell the Nikolai day.
Could you cut out there for me? I did not quite catch anything but my name. Or Nikolai's name, I mean.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Akash, but Alex can tell that Nikolai's having a bad day. I'm not sure why you're trying to do an insight check.
I think they're trying to figure out how healthy they were.
It's pretty obvious that Nikolai's a little bloodied right now.
Yeah, I think Alex was trying to say, like, does he have it handled? Does he have it?
Probably not.
Does
There's also
Jasper
a fucking
need to help?
dragon.
Yeah,
I will say I have 8 hit points left, and, you know, if you think that is me having it handled, you know, that's up to you.
Then, yeah, I'll board, I guess. How many feet is it to board besides? I don't know how far
From
we
your
are from
position,
actually.
it would be. You could probably just jump off.
Alrighty. I jump off and I take a javelin. I'm gonna throw it over at Blorthax.
You got his name correct. Congrats. Roll to hit.
Yahoo!
Lorthax, my beloved.
That hits. Roll damage.
8.
8 damage. Orthax is barely standing.
Jesus fucking
Oh
Christ.
shit. Alright. That's my turn.
Okay, and now we roll for the ship health. That's 17. It is now at 23 health. Okay, it becomes Myrna's turn. Myrna, you're still on the dragon. What's your end? What's your exit strategy?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, we're right next to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you know how to force the dragon to fly you back to the ship? Because you aren't literally over it. The ship is the left ship.
Oh, yeah, the ship is the left ship. Oh, I'm still in the air.
That sudden realization. Oh no.
Alright. I think I'm just gonna whisper to the fucking dragon in Draconic. If you don't land this right now, I'm not gonna fucking feed you enough to get back home. Wherever the fuck you came from.
Make a... Would this be intimidation or animal handling?
I feel like animal handling.
Yeah, let's do animal handling.
Can I do intimidation because I have draconic presence as a dragon monk?
Sure. Yeah, you do this dragon energy and like try and intimidate.
Yippee.
I'll let that. I'll allow it.
I don't know why I asked for that. I have a +1 in it.
Yeah, I was like,
But I get to re-roll it. Yeah.
Double 8s! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! The dragon's like... Dragon like, trail mix good, master. Love trail mix. Fuck you. You die now.
Alright. Fuck this. How high is the dragon compared to the ship? I'm just gonna jump.
Oh my god.
It's like 10 feet. It's like, you could probably jump it, I think.
Alright, 10 feet squared by 40 feet squared. Fuck it. I'm jumping. Yeah, let's go.
Don't make me Don't make me do a Pythagoreans in my head. I mean, I've got a calculator. That's what a computer is. But I say, so you jump back onto the ship?
Yeah, I'm gonna step of the wind again, and then I get to dash, so I'm just gonna literally jump onto the ship, and then sprint and jump off onto the next ship.
Pythagorean
So now we got...
wouldn't even work for D&D because it's non-Euclidean.
Oh. Now we got 3 people on the ship that's about to sink. This is awesome!
Yay! Do I have an action left to punch? Where the fuck is that last guy? Here?
He's up here. Can you reach him?
Probably not, unless I chuck a fucking dagger at him. Beep beep.
You could hear that?
Okay. 13.
13 misses, I'm afraid.
Okay, one of my daggers I just bought just went sailing off the fucking edge.
Well,
that's my
one that threw it.
Yeah, well, he's the guy who didn't catch it with his fucking head.
I mean, I get that's a fair
point. I feel like the blue dragon is angry at Bag of Trail Mix dying, so the blue dragon is gonna fly down, and now the blue dragon is where it is literally. It's over here, but now it's over here. 3-dimensional fights are basically the dragon is up next to MMX Atlas, and the blue dragon is going to try and bite the cat. Does a 25 hit MMX? BRB, I am thirsty.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that you have to confirm if a 25 hits.
Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be some damage to MMX, which we'll do to Nikki when Nikki gets back. Okay, so that's 8 damage to MMX. And then it becomes Callie's turn. Your cat is being eaten. This dragon is dope as hell because it's eating pussy right now.
Hey!
Yo, okay. Now that I don't have a bonus action to command the ship, which because I'm a ranger is arguably worse than taking up my action.
What the fuck do you mean I took 8 damage?
There's a dragon attacking you.
It should be halved, actually. They're raging.
Oh, that's true. You took 4 damage.
I am raging. Give me my half damage. Also, actually, though, wait.
It was a
What
25
did I?
crit.
Oh, it was a crit.
No,
That
25.
tough.
It
No,
was just a
It was
25.
a 25. You.
There's no one's
Oh,
beating a 25 at our level.
yeah, I couldn't beat a 25. I could only beat a 22 if I rolled really well.
Anyway,
Let's
it's
go.
Kelly's turn.
Yup, I'm going to Hunter's Mark the dragon. And then make my attack rolls. One with my rapier and one with my dagger.
Okay, roll to hit both those
That's a
times.
15 and a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Okay. That is a oh, that's okay damage. That is 8 piercing.
8 piercing damage. Anything else on your turn?
It does. Oh wait, I forgot about the Hunter's Mark damage. That's an additional 4 damage. And the Vex property is applied. So, yeah, minus or I think it's just my own attack roll has advantage, but I'll double check that.
Okay.
Yes, it is just me.
Okay, good. Anything else on your turn?
Crow, Raven will just like move closer to Dragon, and that's it.
Nice snack for Dragon.
Don't you fucking dare! I'll reach through the screen and strangle you.
I'm a 5-hour drive from you. You can't hurt me.
That's why I said I'm gonna reach through the screen.
Oh. Okay, it becomes the turn of Atlas. Or, wait, no. Becomes the turn of Borthax. And I feel like Myrna's the only one who's going to understand this because she speaks Draconic. I feel like Borthax, he realizes, we're going to die. I can see Trail Mix's dragon over there is going to get itself killed, trying to avenge its master. So he turns to his dragon and is like, hey, buddy, get off here. Fly back to the dragon's den. Don't die for me. And the dragon's like, oh, but the dragon is going to fly away. Borthax is accepting that he's going to die, but he's going down swinging. Can he kill Akash?
God, he's petty.
I was mean to Akash at the start of this. Oh, God, that's a crit. I was mean to Akash at the start of this campaign. Does a crit hit? It does. That's 9 damage, and you said you only had 8? Okay, so I'm sorry, Akash, but you just got knocked down.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Well, burning ship and unconscious. Let's go.
Would the party bring a injured man back for medical attention?
Callie will personally jump onto that fucking ship and bring him out.
Cool.
Is anyone strong enough to make the jump though, aside from MMX? Carrying someone back onto our ship?
Okay. I also have a 20.
Oh, my fellow 20 strength brother.
Jasper is so fucking ripped.
Let's compare muscles later.
Okay.
That's going to be the saving grace with me and MMX. With Jasper and MMX, they're just going to have a flexing contest.
So it becomes the turn of Arch. You've got a dragon right up next to you. You got a dragon rider that just injured a man. What is Arch going to do?
I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna kill this man.
Cool. Roll to hit.
So casual in his murder.
He did kind of intimidate him and then proceed to attack him anyways. Run. You have to run. That's all you have. By the way, two daggers or two 2 psychic attacks directly to you. Yeah. You had a chance to, just give everything over and die peacefully.
That doesn't benefit me, though. I'm dying either way, so fuck it. Oh, 14 misses, ha! Y5 does hit, 6 damage.
6 psychic.
It's okay. I'm still standing at 2 hit points. Borthax Grinkus is gonna live.
Borthax
Okay,
Grinkus
buddy.
is never gonna die.
I'm gonna live forever.
He will be vexed, so my next... Well, it's probably not going to get to my next turn anyways. I'm going to turn towards everyone. Right, maybe grab that man, and we can just let that man be bug food. We don't really need to kill him. Hey, you guys, just grab the one on the floor and let him go down. Let the asshole go down with the ship. There's bugs
what?
down there that need to be fed. We gotta give him peaceful death, but being torn apart by bugs sounds good for him.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
I look at him. You had a chance. Peaceful. It's gone.
You're just being a dick right now.
He waves.
Ugh,
all 3'4" of a really cute otter waves at him.
It becomes Atlas's turn as big scary dragon biting.
Atlas is going to ignore the big scary dragon at the moment.
Good.
I'm going to do healing word Nikolai as my bonus action first. So enjoy 6 hit points.
Nikolai isn't dying anymore.
And then Atlas is going to try and hit Orthax with Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
God damn it!
A 7? You can't guide shit. You still have your spiritual weapon. Oh, but you bonus action.
I've already bonus
Your snake is
action.
just floating there.
The snake is looking at Atlas with disappointment in its eyes.
You look at the snake, and even though it doesn't have arms, you can very clearly tell it's T-posing.
Okay. It now becomes the turn of MMX, who is raging, got bit by a dragon. What's MMX gonna react to that?
Oh, I'm gonna beat up that fucking dragon.
Right. Go ahead.
So I'm going to use my claws to take a slash at him.
Make an attack roll.
19.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Yippee. Okay. That is 12 damage.
12 damage. Cat versus dragon.
And I can attack again with my claws.
Okay.
No.
What was that?
I rolled off my desk. Okay, this is a dirty 20.
Okay.
And
That'll hit
then
damage.
I rolled the same, so another 12 damage.
Okay.
This is slashing damage. I don't know if that matters. Did I do anything on my bonus action? No, I can't. Yeah, so that's it. That's all he's gonna do. I guess he'll he'll fucking growl at this guy.
Okay.
And then my turn.
Well, Nikolai, you just got stabbed to death by this asshole pirate who killed your crew. But then you get up with healing word from Atlas. This guy's barely standing. What's Nikolai gonna do?
He is gonna stand and he is gonna wipe the blood from the corners of his mouth, and he's gonna bow, kiss the hand of the one who healed him, and say thank you for getting me out of that situation.
Are you gonna kiss Atlas's hand when Atlas is like 60 feet away? Those are some really long lips.
And the other issue is
Boy, Atlas a kiss.
After the fight, it's okay.
yeah. There is still a guy who tried to kill you standing right there, and you are still on a burning ship. Not to dictate your actions, but there might be better things than blowing kisses.
Then just a bow. And then getting the fuck off.
Attack first or just run?
There'll be plenty of time for that later.
Oh shit, he's alive. I forgot about that. Okay.
Pick the dodge action. Go.
Is our ship on the last round of life?
It has 23 health left, which means it has technically at least one more round.
Okay, I will
attempt.
I will attempt to attack again with my rapier and dagger.
Disengage and run.
The first was a nat 1. Second was a 21.
Okay, you hit with the dagger. Roll damage.
3.
3 damage. Okay.
And that is it.
And he just falls over. You have killed.
No. Then I actually use my movement to get as close to the other ship as possible. Then.
Okay. Yep, you can go to the edge. Yep. You have killed Blorthax Gringus. Poor Blorthax Gringus. This is a stupid game sometimes. Blorthax is dead. It becomes Jasper's turn. You and Myrna are on the edge of the ship with this guy you just saved.
No. I jump. Big old jump.
Okay, you jump back. And
I just look back and I shout,
"Come on, we gotta go!"
Okay, end of your turn?
Yep. Oh wait, shit, there's a big dragon. I fucking forgot about that thing. Hold on, wait, I don't have my turn yet. I'll go ahead for a strike on it.
Okay, nat 20, roll that down.
20 damage.
20 damage. That's a big chunk of the blue dragon's health. Then it's the end of the round, so the ship sinks a bit more. It's at 20 health now. It goes back to Myrna.
I guess Myrna's just gonna jump ship too.
Okay.
I'm not high enough level. I can't take people with me on my Step of the Winds.
Is that a thing high-level monks can do?
Yeah.
That's
great. The new one modified all the key actions, and they add like one extra cool thing they can do.
Oh, that's very cool.
Okay.
You can regular grab him.
Yeah, I mean,
as
this at this point.
You can regular grab him and move. It just halves your movement.
No. I'm a grappler. It don't do that.
Oh, then you can just regular grab him and jump over. Step of the Wind would just let you grab him as a free action.
Yeah. All right. Grab him by his beard.
Rude. But
It's
you
the
do
most.
jump back.
It's the strongest point tensilely.
I guess. Well, you've pulled you and Nikolai back. Are you going to do anything on your turn? Did that take an action, or are you going to punch a dragon?
I probably took my bonus action to double my jump. Yay, I burned through 3 key points. I'm going to just use an action to breath weapon.
Ah, shit. What is your breath?
What kind of wyvern is it? Wyvern.
Judging by all the fire on the boat, you can tell this is probably a fire one. Well, red. It has blue. I don't know if it's literally red because it was rimmed by the blue. No, it's literally red. It's a red dragon wormling.
Alright, I'm gonna need a dex save for it.
Okay, dex save for the dragon. As you breathe. That's a 6. This is such a rude thing to do to a dragon, by the way, breathing on it with a breath weapon.
No.
Yeah. That's like paralyzing a beholder.
What's the damage?
That's gonna
minimum,
be 6 lightning.
That's low damage, and I feel like it just like growls back at you. Don't fucking breathe on the dragons. Fuck you. Anything else on your turn?
Fuck out of here. No, that's my turn.
Okay. Well, I feel like the dragon is, now that you're all here and all bunched up, there's only one thing a dragon could do in this situation. Can I get a dexterity save from everyone?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
How dare you?
Oh, fuck yeah. 26.
14.
Uh-oh.
2 ones.
I have
Oh, no, wait.
advantage.
That's red from a 1 on the
So
D6.
I think that means there's been an equal amount of nat 20s and nat 1s this game.
What a game.
What was that from Nikki and Akash, who roll physically?
An 18.
You say
Barbarians don't get
What am I adding to it?
unless you have danger sense,
dex save.
right?
What?
Do you have danger sense yet?
I have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
19. Oh, a saving
but I
throw.
think-
Let me.
I don't know why. I just do. Unless I am
Okay, 19.
incapacitated.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say 19, Akash?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, that's danger sense. Yeah, you do. I was like, when does danger sense get
It's
there?
level
But yeah.
2.
Yep.
So that's going to be 18 damage to Myrna, to Atlas, and to Alt. Oh, never mind. That's not Myrna twice. That's you just got 2 fails. Oh wait, never mind. Let me redo that. That's going to be failures. That's going to be 18 damage for Atlas and Myrna. Everyone else takes 9 damage.
Oh, gee,
I feel like that knocks Nikolai out again.
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, he's having it. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
don't
being
get
mean
to
you
have
at the
this.
start.
It's so fucked up.
Yes, 1 damage type that you can't just shrug off. I'm sorry I'm being mean to you first session, Akash. I didn't mean to.
You didn't say that. You've never said that to me the 10 times you said assassins after me.
That would imply that he's sorry.
You started. Hey, here's my new character who is being hunted by assassins. What did you expect to happen? You're not being hunted by assassins?
I'm just teasing you.
Okay,
No,
the point
obviously
is,
not.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Boys.
My actions have consequences?
yeah. Point is, everyone takes a bunch of damage, and then it becomes Callie's turn.
Yay! I am going to use my bow because I can't reach with my weapons, and pew. And so that is a 17 to hit.
That'll just barely hit. Roll damage.
Cool. That is 11 plus 5, 16 piercing. And then it becomes my crow's turn, and I actually get to fucking use it. And
Nope! Nope, your crow... Did you say 16 damage?
Yeah.
Your crow doesn't get to do jack shit because you killed a dragon.
God damn
and
it.
you shoot it, and it just sinks over. Yeah, is your crow annoyed that it didn't get to kill? Or is it a raven? Whatever bird it is.
Raven. I wanted to peck its eyes out.
Well, it's falling, and we just watch how this first session ends as we just watch as this dragon gets an arrow through the brain, and it just stops moving, and it falls, and we see it fall and fall, and you just see it disappear into the clouds. But we, the camera, see it continue falling down, 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 until it splats into the earth, into this field of purple lava, and it is just consumed and burned away into nothing.
What if I retcon that?
Can we retcon it so that I shot it through the knee so it can be a Skyrim NPC?
It would still die! Like, it's flying!
Oh, my retcon was going to be I'm going to throw like a rope that would off the ship and try to lasso the body and so we could sell it.
I don't think you would have enough time to lasso the body before it fell. So that... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to go over and heal Nikolai.
Yeah,
probably
that's
bring him to a bed first. Let him get some rest once he wakes up.
Yeah, we'll deal with him joining the party and being introduced next time. But for now, we end with the dragon burning away at the bottom of the world. Welcome to Falling Skies. It's gonna be a fun campaign.
Hell yeah, I'm very excited.
Let's go!
Points, by the way.